Hey, fellas, how we doing?
Good, man.
Good, man.
Hey, shout out to the intro.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, Miko, appreciate you for that.
Actually, Don Julio made it from what I heard.
Don Julio inspired.
Yeah, Don Julio inspired.
We're going to bring us into as well.
All right.
We live, baby.
Hey, we live.
I'm back.
Finally.
Thank y'all for holding it down, steering the ship correctly while your boy was gone.
I wouldn't say all that.
Hey, y'all kept the lights on.
Yeah, the lights were on. Nobody was home, though. I don't know about that.
We kept it afloat. So
Hey, let's go around the room. Let's start with that gold couch. Manny,
What up, big dog?
what's going on with you?
I'm actually in like a real good place, you know. Picked up the churn yesterday.
Hey, hold a second. Round of applause for that. Round of applause. Absolutely. Glad to see it. Father of the year.
I wouldn't say all that either. But getting the churn was bad, man. I told you about my flight. With the flights.
Talk on it. What happened?
I'm gonna give us a synopsis because it's too long to tell. I just said I woke up at 4 in the morning, and I ain't go to bed till about 2 in the morning. And I can't even blame Southwest for this. I gotta blame the weather in Orlando because it just messed up the flight schedule for everything. Mm-hmm. And I almost had a night in Houston, but I had to be to work today. And I had children. Hey, can my kids get into the bar? Nah. Well, I mean,
this is absurd.
He 21. He 23. My ID say I'm 35, but hey, man, you know, stuff happen. Nah, but
it's like when you go to Cracker Barrel, your mom say, "Hey, you're 12
hey,
today."
You're 12 today, kid.
Nah, nigga, you're 21 if they ask. Right?
You say that when we were checking in to leave Texas, they were like, "Well, if you're under 12, you don't have to take your shoes off." In my mind, thank God, my kids are under 12.
Yeah.
But my oldest is almost 12, and I looked at him, and he was about to say, "I'm 12." I'm like, "No, you are not."
Man, shut your ass. Exactly. About to shut your ass up.
Luckily, he has an ID to prove him wrong. But
How old that ID?
yeah, huh? What's that?
You said it's my ID?
That's it. They got IDs.
Got you.
Like, nah, he
lost that shit.
Yeah, he 11. He 11. Yeah, hey, why are you so excited to take flip flops off, bro?
Oh yeah, Mr. TSAH.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep it on the gold couch. Nick, what's up with you?
Man, it's been good. Everything is everything. Been out doing my comedy stuff.
Stand up?
Yeah, doing stand up again. Back in the city. It's been good.
Yeah.
A lot of shows in Adams Morgan. Yeah.
How many shows you done?
Like 4 at this point. 4 over the last 2 weeks.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I'm out there. Yeah. Picking it up.
How's the crowd reception?
It's good, man. Man, you know I'm hilarious, so it's already easy. Nah, dude.
Shaky. Hey, we gotta come check out the show.
Nick is
definitely.
good. We was in. Sorry to interrupt you, but
Go for it.
in OKC, he used to go to his comedy shows, and like he's kind of like stopped for a minute, you know.
Well, because of COVID.
Because of COVID.
Yeah.
And he back on it. So.
Yeah, I'm back on my bullshit.
Okay.
Working on like doing a bunch of research for like videography and stuff like that as well. So I'm trying to actually. I want to develop a platform to shoot specials, comedy for multiple people. So yeah, that's something I'm working on now.
Well, until you get your Netflix special, you can get the BNY special.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
well,
back on my bullshit. Presented by BNY.
So you, Miko, and Don Julio can collab, and y'all figure something out.
Yeah. He had the vision already. So. Oh yeah.
Red chair.
Sweet. We in here every week. I just want to start out by saying welcome.
Bring that mic a little bit closer first.
Let's say welcome
He
back.
be doing that shit.
Shut up.
Man, you knew Kiana.
Really?
He is. That's tell him why you're gone.
I can't believe all people I had to tell.
Also, what's up
That's
to
fair.
Kiana?
That's a fair assessment.
chat.
What's up, Kiana? How you doing?
Hey,
AJ was
Kiana,
good.
Bring the mic close to you.
from the bed.
From the bed.
Bring the keyboard closer.
Start out by saying, welcome back, bro. Like, honestly.
Appreciate it.
What time you got back in that chair, bro? We gone for what, a month? Now?
Oh, it's been. I missed 4
month worth
pods.
of shows?
I missed 4 pods.
Yeah, man.
The longest in BNY history.
Y'all hate me that much?
Yeah, man. That was
Nobody
that
said
was,
all that. You literally said that we was barely keeping it afloat.
Hey, if we the Phoenix Suns, I'm Chris Paul. This I control it.
Damn.
Yeah,
You know, deliver the
But
ball the
when
correct
Chris
way.
Paul is
Get
out,
the assist.
they still win. So I'm Devin Booker.
Well,
Nah, you like Jay Crowder.
No, it
bro.
was Cameron Payne.
Cameron Payne, he was out too as well for a little bit.
He started
Yeah.
for CP3 when
He
he
did.
was out.
Okay.
Cameron Payne.
Yeah.
Keanu said,
Damn.
"Fuck y'all." Damn.
Damn.
Was the keyboard close when you said that?
Damn.
Yeah. Super close. What else you got?
Other than that, man, I'm look rebrand complete, right?
Rebrand complete. One time for the rebrand. Let me get a round of applause again. We'll talk on that here in a little bit too as well.
Other than that, though, again, I'm just glad to be here another week down after the past couple weeks we've had, and this past week with this fucking heat, bro. I'm chilling. I'm good
yeah.
right now. When you working out there in the heat and you in the mud, that shit different. That shit different out there when it's 93 feeling like 103, and you walking all around DC for about 4 hours. That shit ain't sweet.
Right.
But hey, we made it. I made it. Here for another Friday. So, I'm just glad to be here, babe, as always.
Okay.
What about you? Where the fuck you been?
I'm gonna get to a whole second. Let me go around the room real quick.
Been on
That part.
A whole second. Cast the couch. What's going on with y'all?
Casting couch.
Yeah.
casting.
Got Miko. Got Nell in the building. We'll get to y'all when y'all get on mic.
Yes, sir.
All right. So me. Yeah. I went on vacation. Went down to Florida. Yeah. Jenny's my house. I was about a good 2 weeks there. It was extremely relaxing.
Miko's affiliated.
Yeah. Miko here. Yeah. Miko on the team. Hey, my man Tony. Yeah, it was well needed. I needed that R&R. Got the mind right. Was able to plan some things for BNY too as well. The rebrand, all that. Like once again, I appreciate y'all boys holding it down. I was in the chat one night talking with y'all. Yeah, that's when shit went sideways. Whole second now. I just remember that. You motherfucker.
Yeah.
I got so many calls about you.
That
Listen.
night.
Man, I honestly feel like you're a lawyer at this point.
I warned you.
Listen, man, I'm reckless. I don't know what y'all. I'm here to be controversial. What you want me to sit here to agree? Yeah, yep.
Rick, you,
mhm.
So-
think you should be getting paid for all your representation.
I should.
Thank you.
God damn, Esquire should be behind my name.
Thank you for being my lawyer. But yeah.
So a little context for everybody.
Go ahead.
You was talking about the hair of black women,
Yeah,
and you said you didn't like it.
you got to phrase that properly.
I'm gonna let you do it. Clean it up.
No, you said I don't like black. First of all, I love black women's natural hair. We all know this.
You know, the natural hair, but you didn't
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
weave and
No. The
Okay.
weaves, the wigs, no, not with none of that.
Exactly. He was reckless. Keanu,
No.
Keanu was calling
No,
in that night.
Yeah, I know. I talked to Kiana. Kiana, we talked. Yeah,
It's documented.
my position ain't changed.
It's documented.
Ain't shit changed on how I feel.
I did talk to Veronica that night too as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, and she's willing to come on the podcast to come at
Please,
you.
We can talk.
I'm taking that one
We
off.
can talk. We can talk.
Target neutralized.
Go ahead. We talk. We talk all this stuff about how things how things are built on systemic racism and systemic oppression in the white beauty standard, but we don't want to have a real conversation when it comes to black women and their hair. I think that's disingenuous.
And you know, you brought up a point there. I'm gonna make it another point. Is that whatever somebody was saying on the pod, we just let it happen. Like we don't muzzle anyone's opinion.
I had no choice.
Yeah, but no, I mean you were the dichotomy of it. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
represented one side, Nick represented another side.
No.
Dad was kind of back and forth,
Dev was mediating.
and mediating. So
Hey, no matter what, these my brothers for real right
we
here.
better-
So
we-
we
oh, ain't nobody doubt that.
Ain't nobody
doubt
mad
that.
at
Nah,
us.
nah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what I was feeling in the room. So Deb was like, "Hell yeah, for Nick." I'm like, at the beginning, and I'm like, I knew where Nick was going, and I'm like, Deb, do not get on that train, bro. That train is gonna pass your stop. And he got on that bitch. She was like, no. So he hopped off.
Come on, ride the train.
I had to tuck and
Now
roll
ride
real
it.
quick.
Come on, ride the train. Choo.
Hey, shout out to Quad City.
I had to tuck and roll real quick.
Yeah, you will end up on some bad spots if you end up on that train. It's not. You end up in Linthicum, White Plains. It'll be anywhere.
Hey, like Keanu said, everyone has an opinion, and I love the knowledge exchange.
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
hey, that's all you can ask for.
That's all we can ask for. I thought it was a good podcast.
It was good. It was good
I know,
content. It was good
podcast,
content.
yeah, it was
And I'm
great.
back now, so I'm gonna cut that
There's
thing up
a
properly.
difference between a good podcast and good content.
I see. I see it's
that's
an
the
absolute
same.
win.
All right.
I thought it was
the first two of the finals. That was like a good game, or say a good podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Malice in the Palace was good content.
Hey, they both make dollars to me.
Hey, don't make
That's
dollars
fair.
don't make sense.
All right, there it is. And Dev said he put the money behind it. I got that on tape too as well.
Listen, and I
It was worth it.
I
Yeah,
went back.
$500 put it on his tab.
So I
yeah?
didn't say
What's my
that,
cut?
but okay, I got you. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna do that, but $5. You got the 5.
5.
You got it.
5.
Oh, now you yuck mouth.
Nah, hey, call it what you want, bro.
Wow, I haven't
Okay.
heard that in a while.
No, that's all.
That's a deep cut. That's a deep cut. Yeah, I'm slowly getting there.
That was a deep
Yeah.
cut. Damn, that was-
I'll say this: I went back and watched it, right? And you ever watch yourself and go, "Man, this nigga spitting." That's
As he watches himself.
That's all I said. Damn, this nigga, man, this nigga is
Motherfucker
hard. This nigga is going off, man.
That's personal Marvel.
Oh my
It
God.
was like little baby going back and listening to a track. Like, damn, I really killed that shit.
All right, enough of this. So let me get to the second half of my trip. So I was in 2 weeks of Florida.
Yeah, being
Yeah.
a lawyer one week.
I'm gonna get to that too. So I got more beef with you before we move on with the show.
God damn.
You ain't done. Thank you for reminding me of that one.
Wait, what? You got more beef?
Yeah.
I got more, but let me tell you about this LA beef. It had nothing to do with me. So I came back for a day,
Yeah.
July 1st, and I was in LA from the second to the 6th. Obviously, just got back a couple days ago. So I don't know. Was it the night of the 3rd? I ain't gonna drop. I'll tell you one story. I'll give you one story. I'll put it on the pod. So we on Hollywood Boulevard. It's like 2:30 in the morning. All right, just get out the bar.
That is
Looking
the
for the
worst
next
place
spot.
to be.
Well, okay, I'm gonna tell you why though, because I agree with that. This is Rick versus LA, but I'm a spectator for this
you
one.
took the L.
I'm a
Whoever was
spectator.
involved took the L.
I'm a spectator. So we sitting there. I'm leaning up against the wall, just shooting the shit, and these 3 dudes walk past. They got shorts on, and everybody got like a puffy coat on, all black. I'm like,
Damn.
okay, all right.
said
It's
coat?
just
You said-
a coat,
In
like
LA,
like a
in the
triple,
summertime.
like a triple fat goose,
I would have left.
And they were all black.
all black.
Close me out.
All right, I was already closed out. I
we
watched it
gotta
walk
go.
past. I'm like, all right, whatever. So maybe like 30, 45 seconds pass. I look back. One of the dudes, he get into this Mexican guy, slaps the shit out of him.
Mexican got on
The
boots.
Mexican guy falls back, hits a bar in the back of his head, and slides down. So Triple Fat Goose gets in his face. He's like, yeah, who fucking slapped you? That was me. I did it. Nobody else. And that's on Crip.
Oh, yep. See, I knew it.
Hey, threw up the big C.
Hey, everybody at that point just dispersed.
Hey, yeah, it's over.
All right.
People went north, south, east, west,
Yeah,
northwest, all sorts of directions. Left, right, up, down.
Crips
Somebody
are
went
there.
through a tunnel.
They took the Wonka wherever
Yeah,
they go.
lived in that sewer. Yeah. Hey, everybody got out of there.
Crips.
Yeah, nah.
so, the
There's
Crips
no way.
so the rest of the Crips was gonna show up, and then the Mexicans gonna show up with boots on.
Mexicans got on
Mexicans
boots.
got on boots. Gonna show up.
Hey, honestly, the Mexican, the dude got up. Know what he looked like? You remember White Man Can't Jump?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when the brother in there was like, fuck this. I'm gonna go to the car. I'm gonna get my gun.
Hey,
Hey, everybody for the park just left after that. Yeah, he had that face on. I was like, nah.
Not even about this.
hey, I'm gonna go to the. I'm already out, brother.
Oh, yeah, then we walked down another
Stay
mile,
longer
and there's a
than
whole
me.
bunch of other antics. I'll tell you one thing about LA. Not everybody's famous, but everybody's an actor.
Yeah.
Everybody's a part to play. And you gotta be careful with that part. I ain't learned that the hard way. I bought a ticket and I just was watching the show.
An observer.
Yeah, you knew your role was an extra, scattering extra.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, when you just getting out the way.
That shit.
Where the seeds get shy.
You'd have been a stunt man
Yeah,
real
bro,
quick.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Nah. Stunt
Scared
man,
nigga
stunt
number
double,
4.
hell nah.
Oh shit!
Nah, exit stage right. That's what I did. We got up out of there. So nah, LA was it was fun, man. It was a good time, yeah.
Yeah.
Every other day was fine. It was beautiful. A lot more stories. Not for the podcast.
Okay.
You broke my headphones.
Which headphones?
Right back into
Okay.
it.
These headphones.
Nah, a whole second now. Y'all want to see this? I'm gonna show y'all.
All right. What headphones I break?
He had him on his head. You ain't see the crease in the bitch?
Oh yeah. Okay. I did break those headphones. Those
Y'all see this,
headphones.
right?
I
Y'all see
broke
that?
those headphones.
Okay.
I owe you $32.
Oh shit.
Your headphones is broke.
Yeah, but I broke them. That's the difference.
You owe yourself $32.
Yeah, I'm in the hole too as well.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
nah.
How much I owe you, buddy?
I don't know. We talk about it offline. I ain't worried about it right now. They still work functionally.
Okay.
Maybe a little electrical tape and we good for that.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it. That's it.
Don't let that nigga off like that.
I mean, I wasn't that mad. I was just like, I was more mad y'all ain't say shit.
Yeah.
I thought
And that includes you and you.
And bro,
I thought I
was
told
doing
you.
a
Ricky about to show
whole
up with the
lot of
bows. He about to have a
Actually,
whole.
Oh, I was traveling.
No, I did tell you. I told you on the phone.
You called me.
Yeah, and it was just super loud, and we didn't
Hey,
have
sorry,
a
Keanu.
decent
What time was that
conversation.
you called me?
late.
It doesn't matter what time it was. I just
Nah,
know
I can
both
tell
of them- Oh no, I'm saying it's not even that. We talked a few times while you're gone. I just
We
know
did.
that conversation I told you, going back and thinking on it. I think both of us were unintelligible. Like, yeah,
There was a lot.
I was in the zone.
Oh, you called me at 9 p.m. on July 5th. Yeah, I was already
No,
enjoying
that
myself.
was weeks ago.
No, that's July 5th.
No, that happened weeks ago.
That happened weeks ago.
That was weeks ago, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, now I remember that. Yeah, I remember that one. Well, damn, now even more upset.
Damn.
No, cause I was telling you about how I think the podcast went. I was kind of disappointed, and then you were like trying to build me up. But in that moment, you were like I told you, the pair of headphones got broken. You was like, it's all good. So yeah, you was probably vacationing.
Sauce.
With
Yeah,
Vacation sauce.
I wasn't even worried about that
you went
point.
LA
He was
sauce.
Sauce Walker right there.
Sauce walking.
Sauce overload.
Nah, don't put that on me. All right, so let's recap this. Let's move on to the rest of the show. Anybody got anything else first before we go on?
Glad to be
Get
here.
to it.
Okay.
Thank you for being my lord.
Yeah, I you know what? That's one thing. That's a blanket statement for everybody in here. When anybody's going to some other podcast, I do what's necessary to protect the brand.
Thank you.
A shout out to the rebrand too as well.
Rebrand.
Shout out to
What a fucking week with BNY.
Yep.
I want to give a shout out to Manning, Dev, and Nell for helping create that name too. I hit y'all all up individually. You didn't respond back, but these two did. But I still threw you in the credit. You made that face, so I had to say something.
Yeah, I ain't say
Yeah,
shit.
now you made me look crazy. I tried to slide, then
So Ricky just tried to slide me credit, but I'm like, whatever you want to do, man, I got your back.
Oh, that's okay. All right, clean up, man.
There it is.
Yeah, all right.
Literally.
Nah, but appreciate that. Appreciate it. Yeah, shout out to our boy Allen too as well with the logo.
Island is a chief.
Yeah, I might have dropped his name in the group chat.
Yeah.
He did Marcus and the Man Cave's logo too as well.
Oh,
Yeah. I put him on him too as well. And also Marcus and the Man Cave got the fan group page up too as well. So
Yeah, I got
yep.
my invite today.
Yeah, make sure y'all join that too. Your boy's an admin over there. So
You
yeah,
admin over there?
I'm an admin over there.
Oh, I'm gonna act
Big
the ass.
dog.
Man.
There's a little something. I ain't gonna be acting crazy.
Anything you post, I'm discredited.
Oh damn.
What you said.
I'm gonna have a post uplifting Manny.
You did? Oh, uplifted? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got this.
No, you died
35-year-old single man. Ladies, go ahead and rank him.
Hey,
you never did that.
Hey, don't say
do
he's
that.
single. Don't say he's single. You might get somebody mad.
All
at
right,
me.
stop that,
Don't say he's single. You might get somebody mad at me.
Is it something you want to tell the podcast?
There's nothing I want to tell
Damn, you in the hole either way now.
you. Yep.
That's what you had to say.
OJ said it all last week. Or 2
Nah,
weeks
that
ago.
shit was hilarious.
We ain't gonna recap that one. Ain't no no. We gonna just move on from that. That ain't happening here. I've been going for a while, so y'all boys talked about Sha'Carri past couple pods,
Yeah.
But we didn't get the last part.
but we didn't get the last part. Now she's completely out of the Olympics. So 30-day ban. Either way, she's not gonna get picked up for the 4x4 relay, which is gonna take place on August 6th. So with that being said, Dev, give me your thoughts on it.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I mean,
Why you gotta say it like that though?
or because I said it last week, bro. I didn't have like on Monday.
And feel free to recap your opinions too as well. Keep it fresh.
Oh no, I got mine already.
I said it on Monday. Of course, you hate to see it because she was a phenomenal athlete. But I personally don't have any sympathy for her based on what I expressed on Monday. Saying that everyone's going to war for Shorty for her actions. And my first issue with that is all these people virtue signaling on her behalf are diminishing the fact that this young 21-year-old woman who, by average standards, 21-year-olds are extremely irresponsible and immature. And she stepped up to the mic, took her platform and said, no, I did this. I made a choice, and I'm going to live with that decision. And she's been okay with it. All these people saying, coming to her defense, and she's telling you, I don't need your defense because I know I did something wrong, and I'm accepting my punishment accordingly. Like, allow that woman to own her mistake and learn from it and be better. She made a mistake. Now, again, also with that, do I agree with certain rules, or do I believe that the Olympics definitely has some reforming to do concerning certain rules? Absolutely. There are a lot of antiquated rules that the Olympic Committee follows, and that could potentially be one of them. So I do agree that there is some change, but again, under the current system and under the current rules, she violated. And it's no different than, and we're talking as far as like what NFL and NBA players. And me personally, it upsets me to a certain degree, because I'm like, how is it that you're in a position to make millions and millions and millions of dollars, and you can't make a choice to not smoke during your season? Like, you're jeopardizing not only like your future, but your family, children, whomever, for the sake of this plant. Does it mean that the NFL can't stand the change? Absolutely. There is some wiggle room in there. But if you agree to be in this environment and to follow this set of rules, and you violate, you are going to pay the repercussions accordingly. And also, I'll finish off on this, because all these people been claiming racist this and racism that. Let's not forget that Michael Phelps was suspended for 3 months from a picture, and he never tested positive. And he has the most Olympic medals in history. And not only was he banned from the Olympic Games, his medals were stripped from him.
Endorsements.
Like, he lost a lot. He lost his medals. He lost endorsements. He was banned for 3 months. He couldn't participate in the World Championships. Like, he suffered as a result of that. Shorty's ban got knocked from 3 months to 30 days. Like, how can you sit here and really claim racism is playing a part, which she literally has gotten off way better than the most medaled athlete this world has ever known? So don't come with the racist claims, bro. I'm all for standing up for ours, but that's the wrong application of that. Proper Simone Biles. We've seen what she's done with what they've tried to do to her to stifle her greatness. It's not the same thing with Shorty. She made a mistake. She's going to pay for that mistake. And look, she's only 21. She's only 21. She is going to be in the Olympics the next 4 years from now, and she is going to kill, because I guarantee that she's going to keep her physical peak, and she's going to keep training, and she's going to keep going. This is just a learning lesson for her.
Man, do you feel differently?
Somewhat. So remember back when this story broke, and I posted the story in the fan group, and I said it was a question, feeling real boycottish. And then and even I said that, it was literally an open question, because I was still trying to internalize it myself. In that moment, I'm like, yeah, I want to, but you think about it further, and then they say she wasn't the only black woman in the Olympics, and a lot of people was in there like saying, fuck
Boycott.
them, let's boycott it. But like, we got a lot of great, African Americans.
Bradley Beal.
Yep, like. I wouldn't even think about
Specifically,
basketball.
but okay.
Home team
I mean,
hero,
that's the whole
hometown hero.
that's like half that's like 90% of the dream team.
Yeah,
Well, not dream
yeah.
team, but the
Kevin
NBA
Love, the
team.
only white dude.
Yeah, like everybody else goes back to their home countries to play. Anyways, I'm not talking about that. Something else. All the other athletes. So I don't think boycotting is the answer. But with her in her specific thing, I'm like, times are different. You can't compare Michael Phelps to her. You can't do that, honestly, because I ain't gonna say the word conspiracy, but things are tactical. A lot of shit seem very tactical with these Olympics, but I do side with Dev. With she gonna be back, she gonna be better. She like, if I was her, I'm like, I'm gonna come back and smoke y'all, even more.
Crush her.
But I am, I'm really pissed off because the state that she, smoked marijuana and it was legal. But that's just like, it's kind of like being in like working for the government and you can't smoke marijuana and you live in a state where it's legal.
Yep.
But at 21, when they start legalizing everything, how many 21-year-olds, ride the fence and smoke anyway, thinking they can get out of trouble if something were to happen?
In the military?
Federal government. I'm not going to say military. Federal government.
I mean, I know my experience in the military. A lot of them. And the
You're
ones that got caught-
21, but your 20-year-old military experience is different from 21-year-olds right now.
I'm talking about before I got out very recently as an NCO, and I'm knowing dudes in my shop that was smoking and got caught.
Exactly.
It's dumb as fuck.
Exactly. So it's like at that age, it's like, how could you punish me? Like they're thinking of, I'm gonna beat this anyway. And you're not saying she was thinking that. She was thinking that. She went through a really
Very
bad
traumatic.
situation with losing a mother with that. And I'm like, it's honestly, I hate to say it, but if I were like on the drug test and I seen that, I'm like, I would it breaks news, but it's hard to not break news when you're that. Got that profile. I'm like, look, what's going on? Let's get ahead of this before we put this out there. And then that happens, and then but you can't do that when you're famous. Kind of like we was talking about. Well, that comes later, but I'll tie that in when we get there.
Okay.
So that's I'll just stop right there for now.
All right.
I'll go. Keep it on go couch. Miko, you go up next.
So, oh wait.
Oh.
Keep it on go couch.
Oh yeah. You said Miko.
Yeah, you.
Miko.
Yeah, you.
You said
Nick
Miko.
done drank
Miko,
too
Miko
much
up
rose
next.
already.
Keep it on the go
Already.
couch. Miko
Too
up
much
next.
rose already.
Doggone.
Damn, you already spilling all over the carpet.
See?
Spilling rose anyway.
He's
All
so
right.
he's so rich. He spills rose and don't care.
It is what it is, baby. No, I mean, what's Stephen A. Smith say?
Stay off the weed. Duh.
Thank you. Look, man, and I'll say this, right? Is like we know, and I'm a kind of tie in with Manny stuff. Dev, I agree 100% with you. She took accountability for her actions, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, this is something that we got to know, and we done known this. How many times has your mother done told you as a black man you got to work twice as hard to get half as far?
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
We all know this.
Facts.
We know that when we succeed, they're looking for a reason to come tear us down.
Absolutely.
We know that. So why would you even parlay into giving them a reason? Even I know weed's not a huge deal to most of us, to most people in the States. It's an international competition. Yeah, she smoked weed in the state that was legal, but it's an international competition. Different countries got different rules. Different states got different rules, right? So I'm gonna say that. That's all I'm gonna say is on a black tip. I appreciate her and what she did. I may not agree. We had disagreements about maybe the way she presents herself in terms of her hair and what I would like to see.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna go
Yeah,
there.
we're not gonna go there, right?
Oh shit. Probably another recap.
But I'll say, but again,
My phone already ringing.
Look, she was dedicated and she dominated, and I have to give her flowers for that, right? And so, but what I will say is that we all know this. We know that as black people, they are looking for reasons to tear us down. They are looking for reasons to disregard our wins, to take things away from us, and you can't give them none. You can't slip up. We not allowed to slip up. We not. All right, so don't.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got something to say, Miko?
Before you go though, we did say something about being upset about her circle, not
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
not enforcing what Nick just
That
said.
Yeah,
The support circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
you,
said that
Who gave her
last
the
week.
weed?
who gave her the weed? I would have been slapping niggas left to right.
Hey,
Look,
remember like back in the day, like that one dude in the hood or in your neighborhood that everyone knew was going somewhere.
Yeah.
Like whether it was balling,
They were
was
protected.
super smart.
Yeah.
Like you
said,
everyone
nah, this
was
ain't
like,
for
nah,
you.
bro,
Nah, this
you're
not
not
for you.
smoking. No, don't you got this? Well, we about to go hit this lick. Oh, you ain't coming.
Yeah, you ain't
about
ride
to
with
go
us.
home. We about to go. You about to do what?
Yeah.
You hit the house. Street lights on, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's time for you to go, bro. Like there was a protection there. So I questioned, and we questioned last week
The circle.
the circle. Like if someone gave it to her, or if she was around people that was aware that she was doing it. I questioned that circle
Yeah.
because
But maybe there's people that was hurt too. I don't know the
Yeah. But we gotta find proper ways to cope with things. You know what I'm saying? We talk about mental health in the black community. See, this is
I haven't lost my mother, so I ain't gonna speak on it.
I haven't lost my mother either. But what I'll say this, right? This is an Olympic athlete. This is somebody who went to LSU. They got teams. They got sports psychologists. They got people.
Literally.
She got resources that she can reach out to.
weed
and
too.
You said we got.
They got weed too.
literally.
No, but what I'll say is that she got resources that she can reach out to in her position. You know, people who don't got nothing, they don't. They grasp for straws. They lean on substances. She's someone in a position of where because of her accomplishments, she has resources that she can reach out to. So, leaning into drug use, I know it's an easy out, And I know it's young and dumb to make a dumb decision like that, but you gotta go about things the right way. I know it's tough. I know it's tough to process that kind of stuff. I've never lost my mother. I haven't lost a parent. I don't know what that's about. I imagine it'd be incredibly hard, but I do know that the right way to go about it isn't leaning into substances.
True.
I think we all know that. It's not leaning on substances. So that's all. Whether that's alcohol,
exactly.
Whether that's weed, it don't. Yeah. If your mom died, you start drinking a whole bunch, you got a problem. You know, like you need to go see somebody.
No, my mom dies, I'm probably gonna be.
Yeah, you might drink a little.
But a good friend would say otherwise.
A good friend would say if you was drinking too much, we'd be like, hey, put the bottle down. But anyway,
Wasn't that what you in the 4th of July weekend?
Oh my man, why you doing that?
Damn, like
your mom.
God damn.
Let the man make a good point, man. Let the man make a good point.
The man enjoy himself. All right, Miko, come on, step to the mic. What, go couch? All right,
No,
you on go
Amber,
couch? You on go
stop.
couch?
No.
What Amber say? She said her circle probably a bunch of. First of all, Amber, how you doing? Her circle is probably a bunch of dumb 20-year-olds.
That's that last comment.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not. I can't repeat that.
Thank you.
No, I can't repeat that.
No.
No. I respect your opinion. I just can't for obvious reasons
Can I
say
say
that. Somebody went to clipping me.
Can I say that?
Ask me that.
Can I say it?
No, I'm not gonna let you say it either. That's called support system.
Yeah, it is. Hey, looking out.
But my question is, with this whole situation was,
Bring that mic a little closer. Get a little louder. Say it with your chest, man.
sorry about that. My question is about the whole situation.
There you go.
This is a two-part question. One, is alcohol a legal substance in the Olympics?
No.
No.
No, right?
You can't drink.
You can't. So can you or can you not drink
Yeah,
during the
they
Olympics?
get
Yeah.
fucked up in the Olympic Village.
Yeah, Olympic Village. Wow.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna interrupt you. Just to get your point.
Isn't there scientific studies that marijuana is safer than alcohol?
Yeah, I would say so.
So, I mean, yes. Look, she took accountability. It's the rules. It's instated within the WADA that marijuana is considered a illegal substance. But the question needs to be asked: it doesn't do anything to your performance. Why is it still an illegal substance?
That's true, but I think that's a different conversation.
I mean, yes, but she took it for the reasons of coping with her mother's passing.
Mm-hmm.
For that reason,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Look, yes, weed is illegal, but I'd much rather do that to cope than drink alcohol, where my judgment, my demeanor is adversely changed. Like, I would rather do weed than drink.
Ain't nobody fighting while they smoking a little weed. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? But
Marijuana.
but that's
Put some
the thing.
brown in the wrong person.
But the thing is, the stigma behind
get
weed
crazy.
needs to change.
Yes, don't look at me.
You know what I mean? It has to change.
Of course. And I think we said that too. And we
Oh,
brought
no,
up,
y'all did.
Yeah, we
So-
brought up the alcohol thing. Like, yeah.
So we talking about alcohol and weed and what may be illegal in the Olympics, and like y'all know, sex is very discouraged in the Olympic Village, right?
Yeah.
But they do
Weak
it
as
all-
legs.
But they gave them care packages with condoms in to take to their home countries for safe sex. Like they know it happens. So like,
I mean, again, could there be some changes to the rules? Absolutely. The way I looked at it, a compromise is the way that we look at like work and stuff like that. Don't show up to work drunk.
Of course not.
Yep.
You know, they
Really?
can test your blood alcohol content. You come to work drunk. Same thing with marijuana use. If you want to compromise, don't show up to your meet or to your event with a substance in.
and
Like,
that's the problem. That's why I think a lot of professions don't, because you can get drunk and then alcohol leave your system. It's about the time it can leave your system,
right, and
So,
everyone's
you can
different.
have-
So
you can have one event and it's gonna hang with you for a little.
Let me ask you this question: do you think marijuana is a performance enhancing drug?
No, it's
No.
an inhibiting drug.
Well, let me ask you this. Hold second. Let
Thinking
me
of
ask.
all
Hold
those-
second.
thinking of all
Hold
these
second. All right.
questions.
That's fine. Then let me say this: you smoke. How do you normally feel afterwards?
Relax.
Like, just copacetic, relaxed. I mean, this
Ooh,
is
he telling.
hype. This is like from experiences like prior to my current occupation.
We got you. We got you. Got you.
But, no, you feel euphoric, you feel at ease, you feel calm. And in her situation, after dealing with the loss of her mother, I would hope that she feels some type of solace and calmness, using marijuana.
Like a weight's being lifted. Like
Exactly.
the stress reliever.
Exactly.
So if you're nervous about, and I'm not saying this for her sake right here, but just in the way the International Olympic Committee may look, the IOC may look at it, is that if you smoke before a race, instead of being so nervous, now you're a little more calmer. You can perform a little bit better.
That's not how they're looking at it.
You don't think that's how they're looking at it?
Even then, when it comes to like athletes and not athletes, like how everybody like big tobacco, going after big tobacco companies as far as smoking in general, inhaling anything, makes you slow, lethargic, and all this stuff.
No, hold a second. Yeah, y'all remember stories back in the day?
Yeah.
Players in the 90s smoking weed? Stephon Marbury himself said 60% of the NBA players were smoking.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about there be different campaigns and people showing you pictures of your lungs and the girls that I used to talk like, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like that's what they're pushing to everyone on TV, right? And like being relaxed. So weed relaxes you more than it kills your. Weed will relax you, but you're killing your. Which one is it? Pick a side.
Who's died off of weed?
Nobody.
So what are we talking about?
Exactly. I
don't know. What are you talking about? That's what I'm asking.
You're confusing me right now. I was on the team.
Nobody's died off of weed.
I was on
But what
team.
weed does, it makes you cool, calm, relaxed.
Yeah.
Stress is gone. Now I can go and perform with no problem. That's what I'm saying. They may look at it like that, consider it a performance-enhancing drug in that sense.
I might drink like 3.
Do I agree with that?
after,
I don't.
I don't think it's necessarily about performance enhancing. It's just an illegal substance.
It's a stigma.
I don't
For
think
eating
they're
competition,
concerned-
absolutely.
I don't think
You can't
they're
smoke weed for eating
concerned
competition.
with whether or not
There was NFL players that smoked before the game started.
You can't understand. You hear what I said?
You can't smoke for any
No,
competition.
an eating competition.
An eating competition.
That's where it's illegal.
You gonna do that, Chug? You and Dev, y'all gonna make that happen too as well. That's right.
We drink differently.
I gotta drink your own thing. We can get back to that. Don't look at me like that. Keep
Bro,
talking
like-
shit.
I just think they're not looking at it in the sense of performance enhancing, calming your nerves
What's that, Will?
before, because there is what's that eustress, good stress, where it actually increases your
like an
performance.
adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's for college students.
that would be counterproductive in that instance, because if weed calms you and mellows you out in an event where you need your adrenaline pumping, your heart racing, and weed is literally slowing down your blood flow, slowing your heart rate, it's counterproductive to what it is that you're trying to accomplish being an athlete.
But
I don't think they're looking at it in a performance enhancing whatever. I just think it's like, no, internationally, y'all might be cool with that. But damn
are
sure not
too.
Tokyo. Man,
Tokyo,
Japan,
you're
you're not
Mood.
smoking weed in Tokyo.
But I'm saying, yeah, you're right. But given her personality, does she need to be relaxed? Because she showed every track meet ready to party
I don't know anything
for
about
the
her
longest. So you
personality.
can't say.
I don't know anything about her
That's
personality.
her mom. That's why she.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. When she gets ready to run a race, she goes out there. I'm smoking everybody from the beginning.
She has that mentality.
So she ain't smoking weed like it has. I'm sure she got tested before and tested negative. She's been doing this for a long time. Like I've been watching track. I've been watching track. I've been watching her. Not specifically, but just track in general. Like baton and 400. Those are my shits. So to watch her do she's never came up there shaky or nervous. She never did that. Go back and check the tape.
When you're a professional,
And that's what I thought he was gonna say. And I'm like, nah, I don't think that much time has passed where she has not received a drug test. And
yeah.
so I don't.
It sucks that she's not going to be racing and participating at all.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, it is.
It's like but you can't criticize it, because the 4 women that's on that 400-meter relay, they're all the best at
This is
that
true.
competition.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're looking at one of those women would have been knocked off to make room for her, and that wouldn't necessarily have been fair to them, because they worked hard at that fucking event, just as hard as she works in her 100-meter. So it would have been wrong to bump someone just for her, because we want to make things right. Oh, she needs to be in the Olympics because even though she's on this 30-day ban, everyone wants to see her. Everyone's crying. But then you're going to kick out a woman who's been racing and doing this her entire life just to make room for her to appease the masses. It would have been shitty for them. It wouldn't have been fair to someone that worked hard in that specific event.
It's one thing you said earlier was accountability. And I watched her interview the next day. I think it was on the Today Show. And she owned up to it. Now, as far as the internet goes, I read through a lot of these comments. I was like, damn, y'all motherfuckers are really dumb.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, Jesus Christ. Now, it's one thing I'm disappointed when I found out the news. But, I mean, it is what it is. Like, she's 21, but when you're in the public eye, athlete like that, you're not the average 21-year-old.
No.
You don't get the benefit of a doubt that a college student junior year at LSU will get versus you, based on what you're doing, where your career path is.
Goes back to the circle.
And that's another thing too as well. Like,
And I think, and like even then, like going to LSU, and yeah, we know how colleges work with sports. The football, like, well, depending on what's either the football team or the basketball team gets all the money, or most of the money. So they get probably the counselors on like, oh, you might go to the NFL or the NBA. This is how you need to carry yourself so you don't discredit the franchise. They don't think about track, softball, volleyball, soccer, lacrosse if they have it. They don't get that type of,
I
care.
Like, yeah.
They don't get that type of care. Now, football players, basketball players usually do. And I say football players more than most because basketball players, if they get a good recruit, they're one and done before they have the opportunity to be a one and done. So you get a football player, you at least keep them for two years, you know. So like it's I don't think athletes other than football and basketball get that type of grooming to be professionals. And like I'm not gonna say this like goes back to Amber, was like her circle was young and dumb. She didn't get that circle that she was afforded to by this major school she went to.
Yeah.
Cause she just ran track. She just ran track.
I don't know, man. That's tough because it's still a major D1 school.
and
I'm saying all D1 schools are the worst about it.
But
But if it was like an HBC or D2, D3 school, all those athletes get that care and all of that. But
where you
when
getting this from? Based
But-
off of what?
She's been in the
it's
public eye.
it's my opinion.
Opinion based off of what though? As far as D1, other sports don't get the love that football and basketball get.
I'm talking about the care is becoming what was it? Start getting drafted because like
The sports aren't as popular, I would say that.
yeah, exactly.
But they're
Sports
not
aren't
getting. I don't think they're just
popular.
being.
They're not. I mean, but
Money's being poured into it still.
this money's being poured into it, but I think like lesser schools are more into building a person and an athlete as opposed to D1s. They're like, we trying to win this shit. Take underwater basketball for your major. You ain't gotta do no homework. I mean, actually, that goes to all schools trying to win stuff. But like, they show favoritism to athletes on a higher scale than lower schools.
I mean, it's just life in general.
So yes, but then D1 schools are getting all this money. I just showed you that video the other day. Oregon has a fucking barbershop
That is
right
hilarious.
outside of their track.
That is hilarious. It is
I can get my hair.
God damn, homie dudes ain't recruiting. They need a barbershop out there.
I get my haircut in here. I get my haircut in here and get in the blocks to run track in your driveway.
Yeah, he literally like walked down the hallway with.
I mean, you surprised?
I'm
No, I'm not,
But like
but
you
I'm
said,
saying.
the
It's a
amount of
billion
money,
dollar industry.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
amount of money that's
But that's
At least they gave me a barbershop. Shit, I just started making money about a week ago.
But it's
Hey.
but it's Oregon football's practice field on the other side of it. So it's like, who'd you put it there for?
You already know what they put it there for.
I know. So if you know who they're catering to, you don't think that goes into effect with the sports? Like, so what we should do, we should get the investigators on this.
Okay,
We should look at the facilities on these colleges for football, basketball teams versus track, volleyball, softball, baseball even. Because like baseball only got like 20 schools, honestly, that they pump money into their baseball programs, in my opinion.
Oh, I disagree with that 100%.
No, I'm saying there's
The
levels.
College World Series? Are you serious?
20 schools pump shit tons of money in their program, and there's other people that pump something slow. It's the
I mean, there's always levels.
the levels
to this
the
shit,
levels
but-
are wider apart than
the-
other sports like football and stuff.
But
like that.
the thing about college funding, and I feel like we might be getting a tad bit off topic here. But the
Nah,
thing
this is
about
cool. Just run with it for now.
college funding, it's not like so. So if Alabama wins the national championship in football, right?
They get that money, and they do split it between the programs.
I would say, but that goes to the athletic department.
Yes.
So, I mean, because it's a D1 school, all of their facilities is going to be NFL caliber or NBA or Olympic level.
You're right.
They're going to have Olympic-sized pools. They're going to have Olympic-sized track.
You're
because
right.
they're all trying to push any athlete that comes in there, no matter what your sport is, they're trying to push you to the next level.
Yes.
Because it just looks good for the school. And it's more funding.
And this is
if you're an athlete and you're wearing a jacket, it doesn't matter what you could be a fucking lacrosse player at LSU, but if y'all up for a championship or if y'all in the playoffs, bro, you're walking around there like big shit. Lacrosse players walk around campus like big shit, just like football players do.
I would say real quick, I would say Catholic University pretty much all this week too as well.
Catholic?
I didn't tell you, yeah, Catholic University, yeah. Their facilities are really nice. Their gym is nice. Their football field, turf. Soccer field's turf, baseball field's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's D3.
Yeah, I'm saying, but I'm saying I get that. But this is where I was like, you say that. So this is why I think football players and basketball players get more care, because when you go to their school, you go to a league, so they can say such and such went here, such and such went there. How many people can you go to and be like, well, such and such played lacrosse here? After that, what happens to lacrosse? No one.
They got a pro league.
Olympics. World championships. That's what I'm saying.
Once every 4 years,
different.
it's not cared for as much as people that play in our ESPN year out.
No, I see what he means. Like, the sport's not as popular as other sports. Like, track and field is not as popular as college football. 100%. You're absolutely right about that.
And I do agree that program should get more money. The program should get more money, but and even then, like facilities, stuff like that, you got to keep them somewhat comparable. And that's cool. But I'm talking about your facility's gonna be comfortable. They do that job. I'm talking about football players getting people to try to keep them out the news from doing certain things because they're in the limelight 24/7. Like people like track, anybody like Olympic type sports. People who are gonna go to Olympics. They're in the limelight they're in the limelight for like a year and a half to 2 years. Every 4 years.
I think it's different.
They don't get that care.
It's the player. It's the person. Simone Biles gets coverage every year, and she's not in a league, bro. But she is the best at tumbling, the best at gymnastics.
How many gymnastics? How many years she had to go in the Olympics till we had to figure that out?
The first year she was in the Olympics.
Yeah, 2012.
The first year she came out as a national superstar, and they've been following her every year. World championships. She is on ESPN2 every year throughout the summer.
Her life is somewhat quiet though.
She's quiet. But when it comes to her tumbling, she's all over ESPN.
I think all those smaller sports lives are way more quieter than the big sports.
But what I'm saying is the caliber of the athlete dictates the amount of care they receive. Her being Sha'Carri Richardson and her being such a polarizing figure for LSU right now, bro, she's been getting hella tutelage, hella care. They have been watching her.
She got a Nike endorsement.
And she's probably getting more care than some of their football players and basketball players.
I think
so. It's just the player or the athlete. I think
because since she's in the infancy of her career, she's not getting as much coverage. She's getting a lot, but she's not getting as much coverage as she's actually deserving. I think of this.
Probably.
Think of this. Venus and Serena Williams. When did they start being polarizing athletes?
Well, Venus was far more polarizing before Serena was.
But when did we?
Before Serena. Remember, Venus was winning championships before Serena ever picked up
You said winning championships, right?
Yeah.
How old was she?
It's like probably 20 years ago. I remember being like 11, 12 watching.
You. How old were they?
No,
that's the point.
Yeah,
it's like 20 years ago.
Yeah, she was probably like in her early 20s, early to late mid 20s.
19, 18, 19, something like that.
And I think the only reason we got to see them that early because they were black and winning.
Winning.
In a sport where black people never played.
And winning.
Yes.
Yes. So she was getting care just like...
This is track. Black folk win every day.
But black folk win every day, but black folk aren't Sha'Carri Richardson, though. They're not destroying the competition. Bro, she literally turned around and looked at the competition, waved at them, then turned back around and finished the race. She dogged them in that race. And that is not something that happens often.
I'm just saying, track don't get other people's attention when black people win. Tennis gets a lot of people's attention when black people win.
That's like saying that the NBA don't get a lot of attention because a majority of the players that win are black players. No, they're fucking amazing. They're good. When Usain Bolt came on the season, he was just another black man.
How you go from the NBA to?
But what I'm saying is, you said that because it's a black person that wins, that people aren't paying that much attention to it. No, when Usain Bolt came in the picture, bro,
in the sport that we're not.
When he came in the picture, he was an unknown. No one knew who Usain Bolt was. And with the way that he destroyed the competition.
Did somebody heard make sense of what he just said?
I see what you mean. The thing is that, all right, I'm going to wrap this up.
All right.
Because we ain't going to keep talking in circles. But I see you trying to make a point here. This is the thing. A star could be in any sport. What determines a star is when they're presented to the public.
Yes.
Their personality, what they do on the field or the track or the ice or any other where arenas are played at with people in their particular field. Exactly. Anywhere. It doesn't matter. They have the personality, the look, and they're winning. That's a star. Doesn't matter what they do.
Right.
So
what am I saying?
I don't know, stuff. Nah, I'm just messing with you, bro. Nah, what he's saying is that the sport's not as popular, so they have to feel like they had to work a little bit. They had to work a little bit harder to get to that point. Unlike basketball, football, you kind of become a name. Like J.R. Smith isn't like the best basketball player, but he's still a well-known individual in the sport.
He probably was off the green or the hen.
We ain't gonna say that. Well, the hen definitely. He was definitely off the hen. Yeah. Real quick though, anybody boycotting the Olympics?
No. Nah. Absolutely not.
Does anybody support Trump being boycotted on social media?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Actually,
Nah.
I'm not.
All right, who said absolute? Who said not? We got two nots. We got an absolute. What you got? We got an undecided. All right, tell me why he should be banned on social media for permanently. And just some context, everybody out there, just real quick. Obviously, Trump is suing Facebook. What did we say? Twitter and Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, to get back on the platforms, which he would need if he, in case he runs in 2024, which I think he would.
Yeah, he would. My only thing is, so all those platforms, like I just had a post the other day that was deleted from Facebook. Like I think I posted like 2 days ago, and then I checked it today, and it's been deleted. Like Facebook got rid of it.
Did you say something yourself, or you shared something?
No, I shared something.
Oh, that happens all the time.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so Facebook is censoring stuff, right? If it's even questionable that it could be misinformation, Facebook's getting rid of it, right?
No, there's a lot of misinformation that stays there forever.
Yeah, but there's also stuff that they are cleaning up. Posts get deleted all the time, and they'll say, "Oh, misinformation," this post has been flagged for X reason. My only thing is, you got an individual. If you're gonna block posts and censor posts and stuff like that on all these platforms, and then you have an individual that's literally coming onto these platforms and saying, "Hey, I have proof," or whatever, or maybe not only have proof, just Georgia, they're still in the election, and then you're inciting violence. That's literally what Facebook is trying to stop doing with deleting certain posts of misinformation. And you have a live individual that, because he is such a polarizing person, thinks that he can go on here and spread misinformation without any facts, without any proof. That's literally what Facebook is doing. He is doing exactly what Facebook is going against. And he is doing it live. He is doing it on all these platforms. And he's not providing any proof that says that what he's saying is factual. He's just saying they stole the election. Oh, hey, I'm down here at the Capitol, and I'm going to be there with you all. Let's run up there, and then and he's doing all this shit, and he's inciting these people, getting these people pissed off and worked up with misinformation. And Facebook is literally saying, if it's misinformative, we're going to get rid of it. Mm-hmm. And then here he comes with misinformation. Well, then what are they supposed to do? And if you're going to keep doing it, we're then, like any one of us, if we just keep doing it, what are they going to do to our account?
Nothing, unless you get a following.
They're going to delete your account, or they're going to put you in Facebook jail. You know what I'm saying? For 30 days.
I've never been in Facebook jail.
Me neither.
Congratulations.
So yeah, I've never been there.
Even though a lot of my shit get deleted.
But they Facebook jail you, or if it keeps going, if it's egregious enough, people get their accounts deleted. I don't see why he is any different than the normal user. If
Manny,
that's the case.
you feel different.
I do. What was that? There was a site that they had, like an underground site where pretty much the racists went to. They call that.
QAnon or that one.
It starts with a P. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Whatever, but we know this site exists. Whatever
Parler.
name,
There you
Parler,
go.
right?
Parler.
A different social media
So,
site.
Yeah. So this is one of those. Let me see you say it to my face type situation. You know what I'm saying? I wanna let that man let that man put it out there and see what they say, so you know what's going on. So when he was out there saying crazy shit, we was catching people going on there like, hell yeah, brother. And we had a lot of Karens and Kyle, well not Kyle's, but whatever we call the dude Karen, lose they shit. Now, because they coming out in full-fledged in support on a social media page. You know who you dealing with. You'll know your enemy
That's fair.
quicker
Yeah.
than you would if you ban him. Because it's still going to happen.
So you're saying the benefits of him being on it and being able to find all these people that support him
I mean,
outweighs.
you're going to find them. Yeah, outweighs it. Because even then, and I can't even say all that, because what's going to happen is we going to see, as, you know, people who object to it. But there's probably underground groups right now. It's probably something else we don't know about where, you know, they have that. You don't want that. Let him have this outlet, in my opinion. And then, you know, the freedom of speech and stuff like that, even though a lot of Americans, like 110% of the Americans, get their mouths covered when they say crazy things. But I think with him, and he can say these things, and you can see comments, you can see followers, you can see all these things. It outs a lot of people. I mean, even then, not every Trump supporter is like bad. Some of them are shaky at best. But you know, it's just hey, say it. It's like one of those say it to my face type situations. Honestly, I ain't really got to go far past that.
Mika, what do you think about Manny's words on that one?
So, I definitely agree that nothing should be censored. But
Bring that mic a little closer. Move that thing down.
nothing should be censored. But at the
Okay.
same time, look, if you got something to say on social media, hey, by all means say it.
Mm-hmm.
Me being the type of person I am, if you say something on social media and I have a question about it, I'm going to ask you that question first, and then I'm going to do some source searching and just kind of, just back up what you're saying so that I learn something from you and the whole subject at hand.
Gotcha.
But when someone like Donald J. Trump posts something with the amount of lies that he has told over the course of the past couple decades, I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm not going to believe what you're going to say. I'm not believing what you're saying. Yeah, you could stay on social media, but when your rhetoric, influences the amount of people it did, the insurrection of January 6th was definitely a tall tale sign that, this guy, there's a lot of dumb people in this country, and he gets them riled up a little bit. So maybe we should shut him the fuck up, honestly.
Yeah.
But it scares me a little bit to see the amount of people that are so gullible to what other individuals say. And there's clear facts, sources, media, following decades of his words that you can tell that, oh yeah, he's bullshitting. Like, you have 6 bankruptcies. You are not a businessman.
That's it.
A lot of freaking people lost their job through those 6 bankruptcies. How the fuck do I trust you in running this country?
I'll run as a Republican. They'll believe anything.
Exactly.
Oh, that was his words, by the way. That wasn't me just saying that.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm saying not you, for the people, for the podcast
I was going to be
purposes.
the next Herman
Wasn't he a
Cain and
Democrat?
bamboozle them when I get.
And then-
Yeah, he was.
But no, for real though. Like,
I'm just saying.
I don't believe in censoring anybody, but my concern is
Ricky does.
if the individual themselves is so gullible to believe in any other person's word and naive to think that person can, that can do no wrong without doing their own research, then I'm a little concerned at that person having a platform to speak on.
Yeah.
So, even shit. I do not like Candace Owens, but, you
I
know,
don't think any of us do.
none of us do, but I can be like, she can have a platform, but me being an intellectual be like, you're wrong.
That's the problem about America, though. We don't have a lot of intellectuals.
Unfortunately, we value too much of our celebrities that do no wrong.
Do you find danger? That's for everybody here. Do you find danger in banning somebody? Where does that energy go at when you ban somebody from not speaking?
Sorry, you said you find danger. What now?
Do you find danger in banning somebody from speaking? Like right now, Facebook, like this, of course, it's new age.
That's my point.
These are like almost like public utilities. It's like the new town square, like the newspaper of old. This is where people go at to get the ideas out. They're popular.
Yeah.
It's easy to see it. Tweet comes in. I get a ring to my phone. I can read it from there. Make my mind up what you said about it. Move on from that, or deal with it from that. When you ban somebody for saying anything, doesn't that create more, like what Manny said, more of like an underground, more of a silent minority or majority, depending on who the person is?
Absolutely.
Is there harm in that?
There is harm in that.
And where does it stop at too as well?
There is harm. The stoppage is education. Unfortunately, this country, as
Sucks at it.
a majority, sucks at
Yeah,
it.
Like,
you know,
absolutely horrific.
One something in the world, like
You never turn your
120.
back on family.
Dumb.
Oh my god. But yeah, it's
Down for president.
it is it is Stop. it is dangerous though. Banning him from social media platforms to where those same individuals that are naive enough to, storm the Capitol, and more people will grow to that. It's like, oh, he got some smart shit to say. That's why they banning him. No, he's not. He's just dumb as shit, and y'all are dumb enough to freaking believe him. Period. So it is dangerous.
Yeah, so that's what I want to say too as well. I think they should let him back on, personally. I think they should, because the thing is that I think he's going to run again in 2024. I think he is. And it's a couple years from now. But you banning him is like, shoot, get away. We're going to pretend like you don't exist. You can't do that. The man is here. He's more popular he's ever been in his whole entire life, now in this moment. You can't just act like he doesn't exist. Because when you do things like that, that's when you get people fired up. I was down in Florida.
Yeah, banning him made him more popular.
I was down in Florida. Look, out here, Maryland, all up and down, went up and down the East Coast. There's a whole lot of flags, and his name's still flying around. Those posters and all those signs they're not going anywhere. That man has a huge following, and when you do shit like that and push him to the side, it just makes those people, I think, even could grow in numbers. And also, if he runs again, and then you have him against Kamala Harris, I mean, I'm not going to tell you what I think right now, but based on reports from that have leaked out recently from the political sites, they'll tell you exactly what they think, what they're saying. I think he has a great chance to win in 2024, but you can't walk in that 2023 with that election with all this negative energy. With like the tech companies, like you're creating a culture war that doesn't need to be had.
Well,
and then right there, you give people a reason to fight. You give them they become an idea at that point, and they become hard to defeat.
So, historically speaking, like, this mirrors a very tumultuous time on the world stage. A lot of people don't really know this, or if they do know, they don't understand it fully. World War II was incited by who? Adolf Hitler. Okay? The exact same principles and strategies that Adolf Hitler used as far as discrediting media, as far as claiming that there was corruption within the government and within the annals of their halls and all this stuff, and calling out people and sowing misinformation and distrust in the community. And then when they tried to silence him, what did that do? That made it exploded everything. He is following the exact same playbook. The only thing is, no one did anything to stop Adolf Hitler. No one did anything. He is lying. He is dropping pamphlets, everything all across
And
Europe.
he was a great speaker.
He was a great speaker.
Man, yeah, man,
And
it is what it is.
so my problem is, because you just said something about it, and me and Neil was talking about it the other day, and I was talking to someone else. The next war that occurs on this planet isn't going to be a culture war. Isn't going to be a war of resources. My honest belief, the next mate is going to be a class war. It's going to be a war of ideals. Okay, if you're going to continue, if you're not going to
more other wars,
it's possible. What I'm saying is like with the way things are going, if you keep allowing someone who is purposely leading very gullible sheep down this path of destruction, they've been emboldened by his presidency. They've been emboldened of decades of his rhetoric, and then they just started coming out of the woodwork once he got in office. And you seen literally people were just like, they believed they could just be racist when he was in office. Like they really just believed it was okay. There were some people that was literally doing shit, and they really believed in their heart and their mind that he was going to get them a pardon based on what their actions, hate crimes. People believed that he was going to pardon them because they truly believed in that he supported them. At some point, you got to take a stand, because based on whom he has himself, he literally said there are certain things that he agreed and that he admired about Adolf Hitler and other dictators. So you're telling me that you're not going to step up somewhere and say, hey, man, we might need to stop this shit before, because it's already out of hand.
Yeah, but
are we really going to sit here and let him continue to incite these people, or are we? Because I'd much rather, when you know someone's an asshole, you know someone's a racist, even if they're not overt with it. If you're paying enough attention to them, your circle, the people in your, not your circle, because your circle's your circle, but your work environments and things like that, stuff to say it here and there. All right, it ain't got to be overt. But I'd much rather deal with cockroaches behind the scene than blatantly walking down the street, guns are blazing, believing that they got this man in full support, that he is going to back them up with military funds, this and that, because that creates a whole new level of violence.
Military funds right now.
I'm saying
as long as people believe it, that's all that matters.
They believe it.
The problem is,
and that's exactly what Hitler did.
I really didn't want to go through this because there's a lot of people within the armed forces now. I mean, a lot of people, not me. I don't know. They're woke.
Who?
For lack of better words.
Not people that believe him. They under a rock.
But there's enough in there that don't.
If you're a follower of him, and we're not talking about just voting for him, if you follow him.
Let's say someone authorized, and I'm not trying to disclose my my knowledge of things, but I'm trying to talk stupid.
Son of a.
Exactly. So,
Mosquito.
Oh, I thought it was just cup was empty.
yeah, liquor.
Mosquito in my rosé.
Oh no.
Yeah, drink that.
Nah.
It's like the worm in the tequila.
Man, COVID. I don't know. You could bitch coming from
Go ahead with your point before you forget it.
Yeah, exactly. With the, what was I saying? I just playing. No, for real, damn. What's the last thing you said?
Information. You say what if somebody was going to do something?
Oh, yeah. So, like, back then.
That's what I'm here for, baby.
Yeah, back then, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, the internet wasn't a thing. So, you have, even in, let's say, in a 2025 or 6, whatever, you know, Donald J. Trump is president again. And he says, we're going to use our military to do this, and this. And they're like, yeah. And he's like, and he says, military, go do it. And it's something like egregious, something like on some World War II shit. Immediately, 32%, that's just threw that out there, just rough estimate, gonna say, hell nah, I'm taking leave.
Don't believe it.
You don't believe it?
Nope. You know why I don't believe it?
Mm-hmm.
Because when the insurrection happened, how many bases are around here? How many active duty military people or guardsmen that took an oath to defend this country from foreign and domestic terrorists, how many people willingly?
But you become a domestic terrorist when you make when you become a domestic terrorist when you make some of these accusations or some of these decisions to go after certain people.
How many people showed up to the Capitol to defend the very thing that they swore to protect? Not many. And that's why I don't believe 32% or any percentage would step up and say no.
How about I go back
we're complicit by nature.
I walk back and say, there's a lot more people.
This man's over here saying things.
Yes, but I'm saying now there's a lot more people within the armed forces that are with the shits and will stop that shit.
I don't believe it.
Because if he gets reelected,
people
he's
will
replacing those people with his people.
There are people in the military,
It is gonna be
white,
better,
white, black, whomever, that fully believes in his rhetoric. They believe
Oh,
him.
yeah, I mean,
so
I mean,
you
I'm
might
not-
say hell nah. Ricky might say hell nah. You might say hell nah. If I was still in, I'd say hell nah. But that's 4 compared to the 100 that believes in this shit. So yeah,
For
a
every-
small percentage might
So-
say no.
For every angry one of me, I could take out about 10 regular anybody.
Oh, damn.
Tough odds there, buddy.
That's Bill Nye. He knows.
Facts. It's
So
science.
let me ask you this: what do you think is going to result with this this suing? Is he going to win? Is he going to lose? What do you think is going to happen?
Whenever Donald J. Trump says something about suing people, I don't even care because he sues a lot of people, and then after that, it just fades away.
He sued Bill Maher for a joke.
Did he win?
Nah, he didn't win that one.
Exactly. So
I mean, that's libel. I mean, it is what it
whenever
is.
he
You know, I can't-
sues someone, it's like it's not. Whenever I hear Donald J. Trump sue somebody, I think of it as a Karen-esque statement. I don't listen to it anymore. I don't. It's not going to materialize. I don't understand. I don't care.
It's banter.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
a fight.
Yeah,
But, I
That's
mean,
all
he
he's
might-
trying to portray.
I don't know. I mean, I don't even look to see how many of these he's won. So that's bad on me. But I've
many.
seen a lot that he's lost. I'm like,
I want to see the numbers on that. We'll get the win loss. It may be like the same win loss
Judge a
record.
man by his losses. That's important.
Yes.
Hey.
I need a
Loses a
notepad
lot.
for that for the next one. So, can you give me my notepad next week, please?
Dude, I tried to give it to you today. You didn't want to take it.
Yeah, I did.
yeah, nah.
That's right behind you, by the way. This is pinned to as well. I made you look. You a slave in the page to my rhyme book.
I quit.
Oh wow.
Ain't no book behind you. You said the book there. It ain't there.
Got him, coach.
Oh shit! Hey, all right. Let's keep talking about 2024. You may have another candidate too on the map. Mike Pompeo. He's in the news this week. Said a couple comments. Dev, you and Marcus in the man cave. Y'all went here and y'all talked it out
Yeah.
with another individual in the BNY group. Let me read the man's words.
Before you leave, anybody want to sit right here? I got to go check on some things. Somebody.
Nail, Nick.
Because my comment for this situation, Trump Jr. Say no more.
Is that an endorsement?
No.
I ain't know. He just said it and walk out of here.
Heard it here first.
I'm going to check on my churn, man.
Insurance.
They got cell phones now. Shit's happening.
It's just happening. Okay. All right. So let me read the man's quotes and we'll go from there. So Mike Pompeo says, if we teach that the foundation of the United States of America was somehow flawed, it was corrupt, it was racist, that's really dangerous. It strikes at the very foundations of our country. Miko, I'm going to start off with you. What do you think of those words?
Complete and utter bullshit. All right.
Okay.
Learning about our history is very important to where we don't repeat that again. All right. And for him to say some egregious, dumb shit like that, I'm just like, you lost. I mean, he lost quite a bit of points with me to begin with
He had
certain
points
people.
with you?
I mean, look. I
Yeah,
get-
triple
I was
points.
Team Pompeo.
Listen. Anybody in politics that's leading this country or whatnot, I got to give them some ounce of respect, no matter if or if not I believe in their politics. All right, but
You're telling you respect the office,
I respect the office.
like the office. You respect the office of the Secretary of State.
Exactly.
Okay.
Just like how I respect the office of the presidency. However, when you say something to the effect of not learning about your history and not, getting better from a past where it was really terrible for a lot of us, everybody of our ancestors in this room, yeah, fuck you. All right? Hands down, fuck you. Because I'm not going to sit here and tell my kids and my grandkids that, oh, yeah, everything was sweet and Gucci during slave days. Yeah, everybody, they got lollipops and shit. I'm like, are you serious? Like, we're not perfect. Look, I love this country wholeheartedly, but if I love something, I want to make it better. All right? And we're not fucking perfect. We got a lot of work to do still. And I will work with anybody who is who is willing to just look at their past and say, look, we fucked up. Let's work together to make sure that doesn't happen again. Period.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're the type of person that says, oh, well, it's dangerous to learn about, our country's foundation of being corrupt, racist, and, maniacal, I don't want to fuck with you. Period. And I will make sure that, I make sure that you won't win.
Mm.
One thing Miko said there too as well is that I want to acknowledge the problem and fix it. To me, that's what real patriotism is. It's like, hey, we have issues. Let's work together and fix it. Instead of what I consider to be blind nationalism, is like, everything's great. Don't look over here. We're fine. We're the best because we are. That's just empty rhetoric and words and does nothing for anybody.
Exactly.
And you can't progress, become better if you think that you're already great. When you look at a legitimate history book, open it up and see like, hey, there's been problems here since the foundation of. Nick.
Yeah. So I think the context of the tweet exists around this conversation that we're having around critical race theory and what's being parlayed into schools and what's really being involved in the educational system, right? So there's one factor, right, of looking back through our past and seeing instances of racism, seeing instances of systemic oppression, seeing instances of systemic injustice. None of us were lied to. You got told about slavery. You got told about Jim Crow. You got told about. We didn't get taught about redlining. We didn't get taught about.
Right.
They didn't tell us about the Reagan crack era and the drug war. We didn't talk, but we were taught these basic principles that, hey, America was founded. There were some slaves. Lincoln had we had the whole country. We had the whole war to free them. So and then we get into Reconstruction. We all know this, right? We don't have to review this, right? But the conversation around what critical race theory is teaching, right, is the sort of lens where you could consider it reductionist, right, where you're viewing everything through the lens specifically of whether something is racist or not, right, and taking everything and calling America, and the original sin of America is racism, right, but saying that the basis for this was racism. Not that the basis of taking slaves was to build a country. Not that taking slaves was to try to create an economy so you could build a country so you could try to have this. That the purpose of taking slaves from Africa was specifically for the sake of racism. And that's a little wonky, right? And it's a little reductionist and it's a little skewed, and there are historians who could argue that, but a lot of historians could argue against that position, right? And so it's not necessarily what he's saying, right? What Mike Pompeo tweeted was stupid. We'll say that. It's more ignorant than stupid, right? But what he was trying to say is like, talking about like, because what he's trying to say is that like we shouldn't analyze it through the lens of race, which is dumb. We should, right? But that should not be the only lens in which we analyze our past and our history through. We should take when you see something happen, right? You should look for a reason, right? But you should also look for multiple reasons as to why something happened. Okay, this is like that. Okay, what happened here? Why? Okay, why this? Well, maybe why that? And then you could argue this. Critical race theory just says, no, the whole reason is racism. And that's really reductionist in terms, because you don't look for any other reason, and you just say that white people were racist and white people were evil, and then you have a whole bunch of kids growing up learning that in schools, and that's becoming an issue for people. That's where the tweet comes from. That's where contextually in this time that we're talking about, that's where the tweet's coming from. But the tweet on its own was kind of stupid. I'll say that. Anyway, Dev, I'll pass it.
I agree with the basis of the tweet.
Yeah.
I agree with it.
You did say that.
I did. But I agree with it for the very reason that we're saying it was stupid. And it's because America was literally founded, and we have, we know what happened to our ancestors. We know what happened to our grandparents. If some of our parents are old enough to have experienced Jim Crow, right? So we know that. But we only make up 13% of this country.
Yep.
For 76% of this country, they don't know that shit. They didn't experience it the way we experienced it. So if you tell 70%, 76% of a 300 million populous country that the foundation of that country is a lie, that's potentially crippling. Because the majority of the country is going to be like, wait, so you're telling me that the stuff that these two Negroes over here has been saying this whole time was right? That the country from its inception has been flawed? Yeah, but it needs to happen. That the breakdown of this country and the beliefs need to happen. What he said wasn't wrong. If we teach this stuff the way it's meant and supposed to be taught, coming out with the truth, stop bullshitting and put it out there, and it's factual, and there's support from all walks of life that say, hey, no, look, there's a lot of shit, like, we need to be looking at this through a race lens, not just the lens of race, but it needs to be a prominent lens because it's been affecting this country since its inception. A lot of people are going to be like, they're not going to be ready to hear that. And it's going to shake the foundation because everyone, not saying everyone, but you remember like when the Europeans first came over here, this was a safe haven for religion initially.
Yep.
So, and America prides itself in being, you know what I'm saying, being a religious country. A free country for anyone to practice, because that's what they came here for. The Puritans wanted to get away from that. They were being oppressed. They just wanted to be somewhere where they can just practice their faith however they wanted to, and then it evolved into all this other shit. But if you're talking about the foundation of this country, after that initial point, when everything just went wonky in this country and slaves and wars and fighting and this and that and greed came into part, and then you start seeing that the foundation started to shift from being a free state to a state of less freedoms, more oppression, and you tell all these people that, hey, yeah, what you've been taught to believe and what you've been taught ain't it, chief. It's going to shake this country. Now, he meant it differently. He meant it in the sense that we shouldn't do it. I'm saying that it's going to happen if we do it, and it should happen. So I agree with his tweet. Because when you start teaching this shit, people are going to be shook.
It's going to be uncomfortable.
It's going to be uncomfortable. People are not going to hear it. They're going to cry, hit dogs, holler. And when you start calling out families and shit for their bull stuff and what's been done, and they're going to start hollering. They ain't going to want to hear it. It's going to be uncomfortable. There's going to be a lot of side eyes. A lot of people not going to be talking. A lot of politics and a lot of reformation is going to have to occur. There's going to be a lot of fucking changes that's going to occur when we get serious about that. And what he said was not wrong. This country is going to be shaken if we went that route. We need to.
You think he's going to be the one to do it, though?
Me?
No.
Pompeo? Hell no, he ain't going to be the one to do it.
You don't think he's selling Kool-Aid at the water fountain?
Absolutely he is.
Okay.
Yeah, because 70% of the people are drinking from that fountain.
Right.
The other 13% like,
But he's trying
nigga, what kind of Kool-Aid
the
is
difference is the
that? That's a dollar store brand? I ain't fucking with
he's
it.
trying to get us to drink from that water.
Yeah,
fountain
it ain't happening.
to go against a different agenda.
Yeah.
So what happens? How do we move forward from here? What's the end result of all this?
Talk about it.
Look, the end result for
You said talk about. Who talks about it?
Everyone. The United States government.
Do you need like the president to talk about it in a forum?
No.
Who do you need to actually talk about it to?
The average Joe.
The classrooms from a grade level?
Classrooms.
the average Joe Biden.
They're not voters. What are you talking about?
Huh?
They're not even voters. What are you talking
You
about?
don't have to be a voter to make a change. What do you kids make changes in this country? College students.
You want legitimate history taught at a young age. That way you don't have anything
I'm not
crazy
just saying
as
just
it go from there.
kids. I'm saying,
But yeah, you're talking it's all over.
conversations. Everyone needs to have these
By that
conversations.
time, the ignorant Americans that believe in him he probably went a step further. Once you do get in that position, then what's next after that?
That's my whole point. If you're talking about this and if there's legit backing factually and ideally, because this is an idealistic state that I'm talking about right now, the government backs the teaching of the real history of this country and what actually happened. And it teaches it to a point where you can't keep refuting it. You got to start believing it. Damn the ignorance. It's being taught to you. It's being taught to your kids, and we're talking about it. And when you have the backing of governments and politicians and public figures, you can deny it all you want to, but the message is still being put out there. And that's what spurs more conversation, which spurs change.
Yeah. Germany did it.
There you go.
Germany did do
South
it.
Africa did it.
I know I'm probably not.
Yeah, definitely South Africa.
Say that though. I'm saying like the.
Hold on, you're doing a lot of talking over here. Hop on the mic. For the audio purposes, man. If people out there listen to podcasts, what the fuck this man saying?
Yeah.
What is he saying?
Hey, bitch. Nah, I'm gonna sit right down. I'm trying to sit down, but I can't.
You try to sit down.
Yeah, but when you say that it's getting put out there and you saying we're gonna do this to put this in our history books, go and open our kids' history books. That shit ain't there. It ain't gonna be there no time soon. They saying they gonna put it out there, but it's not gonna be out there. It's not. And even then, like, just off of what my kids learn in school, that's what they learn in school. Even I talked to them when they're in Texas. There ain't shit about that.
No.
I'd get in the black side of everything still.
We have to
gotta keep
continue to
talking
do that.
about
Yeah,
it.
so like when
keep
someone say they
talking
gonna do that, it's a 25-year process. We just got that white dude out. Our the dude with the y'all had a history book with the white dude with the Egyptian white dude.
Oh yeah.
We just got him out of there. Like we just
that
got
took
him out of
10,000
there.
years.
Yeah. Like,
Only took 10,000 years.
Only 10,000
I mean, yes, it's a slow process. Yes, it's a step, but I still think bro's selling us Kool-Aid at the water fountain. Straight up.
Well, I don't think he means it in defense of people like us.
Oh, Harley do.
Yeah.
No.
And he's just like, no, we shouldn't do it. We shouldn't do it at
I
all.
stepped out. Did you talk about the part where this man said Donald Trump's his motivation?
Talk on it. Mike's yours.
OMG.
I'm not surprised.
Okay.
I mean, that's
Mike Pompeo
like you know, like
endorses Donald Trump.
he finds no. It's not,
Yo, what? Yo, you serious?
I didn't say
That's like mixing Crown with Coke.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's news.
I'm not gonna say. I ain't gonna say he said he endorses, but he did say a lot of things that Donald J said were influential, and that's all I needed to hear.
Yep. Cool.
I'm out of here.
Hey, man. This is what I'm going to say on my black shit, though. It's just like we can't wait for white people to figure out history. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we gonna wait 25 years, 40 years for white people to finally admit they're wrong and then finally hope we get some Bro, go, look, on a practical sense, pragmatically, bro, go do your shit.
Mm-hmm.
We have to go be better in the situation we are realistically. Hoping that white people finally admit that they were wrong about racism.
You wait.
Yeah, we wait. So they can admit they're wrong all day, but what's that tangibly do for you?
Right.
Oh, damn, you're right. We were racist. Did that put money in your pockets? Did that give you property? Did that give you a business? Did you get a loan? No, you didn't get anything. They just finally admitted to it. Nancy Pelosi put the kente cloth on and kneeled for George Floyd. All right, yeah. All right, so we didn't. Nothing happened, and that's what I gotta say is the black people. We can't keep taking these. We can't keep taking these fucking token awards, these little token trinkets that they give us. Oh, happy Juneteenth, niggers. Take that's all that. That's what that was.
Hey, take your George Floyd.
George Floyd. Yeah, we put a statue. Yeah,
Your George Floyd comp day.
Hey, can we get an anti-Black American racism bill? Can we get a reparations bill? Can we get a
40 acres in the mule field?
Can we get subsidies for black loans to start black business? Oh, the money. No, fuck that shit. Fuck shit that would actually help your community. No. But you could have a day for another day party that y'all can go
Honestly,
drink at.
hey, he just brought up a good point though. The way to get that to happen, honestly, is for more like-minded individuals. I mean, this man's talking about is run for office.
Yeah.
But did y'all think y'all was
Well, at some point,
Do you think that was
that's got to end.
What, the Juneteenth?
Somebody's got to step up.
No. I think Juneteenth was a step.
There has.
Sure.
On the mic.
Go ahead. Who mic you want? This mic?
This one. I'm not trying to sit down, I promise. But I probably will be. So put it this way, I had a friend who threw a Juneteenth celebration. He might have only invited black people at first. And they were like, "What's going on?" Yes, Juneteenth like that. But it's like these are people that I ain't gonna say no. There's a couple that are down for the cause, but then they're like they felt unincluded. And one thing white people don't like is being unincluded on a federal holiday. They're doing shit. So we run the culture.
Yeah.
So like to get into the culture, you need to be in there. Like, oh, I understand. And it's like it slowly brings people who don't see what we see in, and then like, okay, now I can come mingle and do all this stuff because everybody, black, white, Puerto Rican, Asian, it's like a social status, at least in America. They feel like they're missing out. White people don't want to miss out on shit. Actually, people don't want to miss out on shit. So next Juneteenth, it's gonna be a lot of kente cloths out here.
You gonna make them uncomfortable.
You make a bet?
They just not gonna want to come.
Huh?
I said we just gonna make them uncomfortable and they ain't gonna want to come.
I don't know.
I'm
I'm just saying like a lot. I think it sparked a lot of people doing their research at this point.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
They want to come and be
that's a good
included.
thing.
Very good thing.
It's a start.
Anyone boycott the 4th of July? Was anyone on that bullshit?
I was.
Did
working.
you? I said we were together. Pause.
Yeah, I know. We were. I said we didn't, and then y'all.
I'm gonna get back in a second, but what he said, it's one thing to, and he said people doing research. It's one thing to be uneducated. It's one thing to actually read, learn it, know it, and still being willfully ignorant. So uneducated, that's no problem at all. You don't know about something. Even black people don't know everything about black people history. That's fine. Here's the history. You're like, oh, well, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Instead of, oh, that's history. Nah, fuck that. It's going to be this right here. And that's you get white dude and a Ramsey, look like Ramsey's in King Tut. So.
Why you Prince of Egypt? Let my people go.
All right, you said something. We could touch on this real quick. Yeah, we touched on this. Yeah, we got time. Real quick, July 4th. It's been like 5 minutes on it. What do y'all think? Now with of course with Juneteenth being where it's at right now, or just in general.
I'm doing both.
Yeah.
I'm doing both.
What about you?
I mean, I worked on the 4th, so that's how I feel.
Damn.
About it.
That's time and a half.
Yeah.
Exactly. I got paid a little bit more.
So this is the way I look at it. Every major war you've had black people fighting it. You had black people dying it.
Yeah.
July Independence, Revolutionary War, Crispus Attucks.
Yeah, Crispus Attucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Black man to die in the Revolutionary War. First man to die in the Revolutionary War.
Yeah. So I mean, this at the end of the day, this is, and I know I saw Dr. Umar Johnson go over his shit. I'll tell you how I felt about him. Yeah. But the thing is that this is our home.
Yes.
This is where we're from.
Yeah.
The circumstances of such, we go back in history, it wasn't pretty at all. But this is where my kids are from. This is where I'm from. I've been all across this world, but there's nowhere place I love at than being here in this spot in Maryland, with the family, and as of course in the United States too as well. I mean, it's our home, and like Miko said, there's problems. We should do what we can to fix the house instead of going somewhere else and trying to build something that who knows, it may not even be that great. So and like I said, that's true patriotism. Now this is home. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
We eat here. We live here. We make money here.
we tried the black separatist movement. Like they said, go back to Africa. Marcus Garvey tried to get niggas to go back to Africa. Like the state of Liberia exists because niggas tried to go back to Africa. You understand what I'm saying? Like you could go to Liberia today. They'll let you. They'll let you in.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You can go back. You want to go to Liberia?
Not really.
Man, I walked around Morocco. I was like, oh my God. I was like, Jesus.
No, not really.
Yeah, so,
I mean, it's
Retired.
in northern Africa, but
so we go back and we walk. Look, but we're here.
Ghana's
Look,
number one on my list.
you said God's number one.
Ghana.
Ghana's number. I thought you said, hey, God's number one always. I'll say that. But yeah, man, like look, in order for us to get free in this country, we had to have a country. That was step one. They came back around maybe 60 years later for us, but you know what I'm saying. But they had to make a country for us to be free here.
I mean,
we had a lot of growing pains
We
in
did.
this country, and that's the part of, elevating is pain, growing pains, and that's why I appreciate being from this country because, being from St. Thomas, the Virgin Islands, and being from there, growing up in the United States, and going around the world, just experiencing what it's like to be outside of this country, and then having the opportunity and the experience of being within this country and the diversity of being in this country. I love this country for the fact that it is the most multicultural fabric of a country in the world. All right, I go anywhere else, Estonia, Finland,
Spain.
Going to Estonia.
mostly
Italy.
white. Mostly white. There is some trickle of color in these countries, but it's mostly white. It's homogeneous when it comes to race. But I greatly appreciate what this country represents to the rest of the world. Not the Nagunto shit, Second Amendment right type shit, like real, we come together. I have a very, very like fine fabric of friends, like multicolored fabric of friends. I love that about this country. You know what I'm saying? Where I can get all walks of life to learn from all different types of people.
A melting pot.
Exactly. You can't get that anywhere else.
true.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we got a lot of fucking problems in this country. Let's not candy coat that shit. But I am willing to fight for this country to make it better.
Yeah, absolutely. Make
Period.
it great again.
Niggas was in Estonia.
Hey, real shit. That I can say that.
Make
but-
Estonia.
Turn, fuck that, nah.
yeah.
Make Estonia great again.
We gotta revamp it, nigga. We like how we revamp nigga. We could revamp MAGA too.
I ain't revamped that shit.
That's a fly, objectively, that's a fly catchphrase, though. Like objectively, it's a fly catchphrase, bro.
Objectively.
Let's steal that
Yes.
shit from
That the Hasper fly, bro.
Very basic concept.
Nah, the Hasper fly, bro.
basic.
So, what we covered so far in this last segment, black people, every walk of history, as far as America, we've been there. If I said the term to you, diversity hire, what does that mean?
Diversity hire.
We hiring niggas.
Just based off the fact of being in that. Do you believe in that?
Do I believe in diversity hires?
Yeah, he
No.
Are we hiring just for the simple fact that you are diverse from white people? Is that the concept of that?
Mm-hmm.
I believe in if you're good at the job, hey, good, boom, period.
Do you
I,
mean
this
that-
this doesn't matter to me when it comes to like finding talent.
Okay.
You mean in the aspect of a company having to hire that one
Having
black guy?
to.
Hold a second. I'm gonna get there.
Kamala
I'm gonna
Harris
get
is
there. I'm
diversity
gonna get there.
hire.
I'm gonna get there. I'm walking you down. This is like a boxing ring. Let me get there.
Are you walking? Okay.
Yeah, walking down. So recently, we saw a thing with, I don't know if y'all are familiar with it, was popping off at ESPN.
Yes, this is a good
yeah,
conversation.
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
talk
okay,
about it.
Rachel Nichols.
Yeah.
Let me read this article. I'm gonna.
Jimmy Butler.
That's bubble. That's bubble talk. That's bubble talk. That's bubble talk. All right. So Rachel Nichols. Obviously, anyone not familiar? Real quick. Anchor, ESPN, basketball. Okay.
Yep.
Thick AF.
As some would say.
Shit.
What's that?
I said 7
No. Sons of Four. We'll get to that too as well. The latest confirmation of a fear when it comes to, from this based on this article from CNN, white people calling out black people being a diversity hire, or he only got the job because they're black. Years ago, Rush Limbaugh called out Don McNabb that he's only getting the coverage because he's a black quarterback, or Serena Williams because she's playing tennis because she's black, or anything that relates to that too as well. So the latest confirmation of that fear comes from ESPN anchor Rachel Nichols. Nichols, obviously is white, has been the center of a controversy stemming from a Sunday New York Times report on a leaked recording of a private July 2020 conversation she had with the agent to LeBron James. I'm trying to pronounce his name right now. Nichols, who knows her camera was on and was recording the call. One thing, that's what I always say too as well. You walk in a room, especially in that career field, and you deal with cameras and mics, You should always assume everything's hot at all times.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the case here, but we don't care.
Yeah, I say reckless stuff all
He
the time.
did. He actually did.
Yeah, but one thing I do, and man, what's good at this one. Tell me the button's on, and let me know when the button's off.
Yeah.
So we
Oh, no.
got a support system.
There's some checks and balances in
Jose just
there.
says what the fuck they want.
Exactly.
Okay, we ain't doing all that right now.
Don't let him leave the Dream Cafe.
Don't let him.
All right, Nichols, who didn't know her camera was on, was recording the call to an ESPN server accessible by others. Can be heard making demeaning statements about fellow ESPN anchor Maria Taylor, a black woman, obviously, who was chosen to lead the coverage of last year's NBA Finals, a role Nichols felt she deserved herself. This is Rachel Nichols' own words. If you need to give her more things to do because you're feeling pressure about your crappy long-time record in diversity, which, by the way, I know personally from the female side of it, Nichols heard saying, like, go for it. Just find it elsewhere. You are not going to find it from me or taking my thing away.
I mean, I'm not. Listen,
And
Rachel,
this is open.
you open it.
Open. It's open.
Listen, Rachel Nichols has been with ESPN what, 10 years, 15 years.
Oh, wow.
Shit, she been on TV for what? For a minute, everywhere.
You imagine you don't work for a company for 15 years. You're one of their top employees. You get your and somebody says and you've been doing this for a minute. Somebody says they're snatching your job away. I don't agree with the comments necessarily about the diversity hire, right? I don't necessarily agree with them. I think they're a little crass, right? But I do think in that moment you're heated, right? You've been sweating your ass off, flying all across the country for ESPN since 2005. You know, doing grunt work that nobody saw 20 years ago, and you were at the top of your game. You're at the peak. You're doing your work. I don't agree with the comments, right? But this turns into a conversation about merit, right? Rachel Nichols been working, Maria Taylor been working. They both work their ass off, right? And how can you put one over the other? How can you
She's qualified.
They're both qualified. They're both qualified.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
They're both qualified, right? And if you edge out one on the fact that it's gonna review better for you, right? I can understand that. Here's the thing. I'm not. What's it? There's this new sort of a scale. Is it called CTG or whatever? Right? But it's basically like a corporate governance scale. It's basically a woke calculator for corporations. There's basically a corporate woke number that tells you that calculates how woke your corporation is based on what you do. Did you do Pride Month? How many diverse people in your organization, right? And your how quote unquote whatever your woke number is, work is directly tied to how investable you are, right? So these corporations do things not because it's the right thing to do, but they do things because being quote unquote woke, doing this, doing that, makes you more investable for corporations because it makes you a safer buy, right? You think Nike gives a fuck about Pride Month? You think Nike gives a fuck about black people?
It's all about that bottom line.
Made a lot of money from
The bottom line.
They care about that bottom line.
So they'll do it.
And their bottom line is based off how investable they are, right? Getting money from other people, getting money from other corporations for close to 0.0% interest rate. That's what they're trying to get. All they care about is their bottom line. They don't give a fuck about anybody. So if they can parlay some rainbow shoes into seeming more woke, or if they could parlay a Kaepernick jersey in a $10 million commercial shoot into $100 million of investment, they'll do it. They don't care about they're corporations. They've never cared about us. They've never cared about people. They don't care about their workers. They got kids in sweatshops in Thailand putting our shoes together. They don't give a fuck about people. They're those right there. Them right there. These right here. All sweatshop kids, right? They don't give a fuck. So I don't know how this parlayed away from Rachel Nichols. I don't know how I got here from there. But what I'll say is, but corporations don't give a fuck. They really don't, and that is a thing. Putting out a diverse, you're hitting two minority groups. You're hitting women. You're hitting black. And people feel good about that stuff. You see, You look past the TV like, black boy. That's all you. That sort of sentiment makes companies more investable, and so that's why people are willing to go along with the Black Lives Matter. That's why you see corporations pushing Black Lives Matter. So you see Pride Month. That's why trans women are allowed in the Olympics. We can do all this stuff because it makes you more investable.
Sullivan. Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
What do you think, Miko?
My
The
thing,
words, and you can talk about. You can open up from there too as well.
No, I agree with that. When it comes to any corporation, and I'm a wholehearted believer in corporations.
Shout out capitalism.
Shout out to capitalism. I mean, I'm all part of it. I got stocks and shit. But aside from that,
And bonds, nigga.
aside from that,
Roth accounts.
ever since the earlier days of the advent of marketing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The whole aspect of just putting out, hey, yeah, like we're trying to be more reachable to black people or be more reachable to the LGBTQ community. Like that's all it is FaceTime. All right. There's more people that are representative in this group. Hey, yo, we got a target market right here.
Yeah, how do we get their money?
Let's
Yeah.
reach them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Nike is notorious for that. ESPN is notorious for that. You know what I mean? When I initially heard that story about what was her name?
Rachel Nichols.
Rachel Nichols. When I first heard about that, I'm like, what? Wait, you're getting at her because she's black? At first, I was thinking, that's kind of fucked up. But then, I'm like, yeah, they do have a systematic way of kind of presenting their anchors when it comes to these major events. And
It was 2020. Yeah, George Floyd, everything pop off with that too as well.
Exactly.
Let's put a black face for it, make us look good.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I don't necessarily think that she's, racist in her rhetoric, but, maybe that is a problem that we need to identify is that are you doing this solely because you care about the culture? Or are you doing this because, hey, there's more people that represent her. What was the other individual's name?
Maria Taylor.
Maria Taylor. She's black. She's reaching out to a lot more of a focus group that we need to pick up on in our strategy.
I want to ask you
Exactly.
something, Dev. That was a good point. I want to ask you something. If you knew a company wanted to use your face because it was good for their bottom line, and they'll pay you, handsomely for it, would you allow yourself to be subjected to that? Like they have a campaign going on
They're only doing it.
because they need a black man. You fit the bill, and it's going to make them more money, but they're going to pay you too as well.
I guess it would probably depend on the industry, honestly.
And how much they paying.
And how much they're paying, But I guess it would depend on the industry.
So if you're Maria Taylor, you're already an anchor, and then 2020 is popping off. Like we mentioned, we got to recap that year. We all were here and lived it.
Yeah.
And they said, hey, let's take Rachel Nichols off and put her on there. Not because Rachel Nichols is unqualified for it. We've all seen her work. I mean, she's great at what she does, but they would put Maria Taylor here because it may have a better face for the company going forward. How would you feel in that situation?
I would disagree. I agree with Rachel Nichols.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with her with what she said. Because when I heard it, I took it from the position of she's saying ESPN is doing this, again, to appease a market. Okay? She never criticized her journalism. She never criticized her credentials. Never said that she didn't deserve to be there. Her whole spew was directed towards ESPN. If you're doing this for a reason, do it. But why are you taking something that that you all seen that I was good at, and you all have had me on this for X amount of years, and you're taking it from me just so you can appease an audience? That's not fair. And she wasn't wrong in saying that.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem that I had with people that calling Rachel Nichols racist, and bro, if that was the case, do you think there'd be any black head coaches in the NFL or NBA? If the way that people are coming for Rachel Nichols came for the NFL because they were being pressured to hire black coaches, what Rachel Nichols signifies what they're doing with coaching in the NFL and in the NBA. There needs to be more black coaches. That's not a problem. The problem is if you fire Bill Belichick and say, hey, and we're going to bring in, we're going to hire Donovan McNabb, or we're going to hire Deion Sanders. Why the fuck would you? He is excellent at his job. But you're getting rid of me just to appease people, just because we need to have more black coaches? Well, that's not fair to Bill Belichick. He's done nothing wrong. Mm-hmm. Rachel Nichols has been killing the finals for years. Mm-hmm. And she's been a presence. If she wasn't in the main booth, whether it's on the sideline or whatever, reporting, interviews, she is probably one of the most well-liked journalists on ESPN, in ESPN. Like,
probably in the whole industry.
Right. Like, people really like Rachel Nichols because she's good at her job. So, to her point, why are you taking something from me to appease the masses that you all feel like? Why not make them co-hosts? Why not have them both down there?
And that was brought up too as well.
See? But no, they took the route of taking something from her to appease everyone else. That's not fair. You wouldn't fire Bill Belichick just to hire a black coach. You would probably hire him in a market that's looking for a coach. And so that team is going to look for, all right, hey, look, we got 8 coaches. At least half of them are going to be black that we're going to interview. Cool. And then the team that needs a coach, you're going to hire him. ESPN could have done the exact same thing. Rachel Nichols is a professional at this. She's a pro. Everyone likes to see her. She affects our ratings. But you know what we could do? Maybe we can tandem. Maybe we can put them in there together. Because Maria Taylor is good at her job as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So how much better? See, they weren't thinking about it like that. How much better would we be if we have one of the pros, one of the people that people love in the entire industry?
That's played basketball too as well. Maria Taylor.
Bringing up someone that's new to the game, that's a fresh face that people want to see more of. We're winning on both sides of the ball at this point. We're not taking anything from her, and we're adding something diverse to what it is that we got going on. But no, to take it from one to get to the other, and that one is more than qualified to do so, but just because you, like she said, historically, you've been in the pits when it comes to diversity. Yeah. Now, all of a sudden, because you want to be woke, you're going to take something from me just to give it to her. That's not fair. And I agree with what she said. Yeah. It was nothing was factually wrong with what she said.
Yeah.
Hold a second. Mandy, hop up on the Go Couch real quick.
No.
You texting right here in the room.
Yes.
No, come up here on the mic and talk your shit.
It's all you, B.
Look,
I said I'm gonna be quiet about it. Using the goddamn phone.
Yeah, so I got a conversation though with you though in terms of the NBA, in terms of NFL head coaches. The problem with the NFL head coaching stuff, right, is that 70% of the NFL is black, and 70% of the NFL has been black for like 40 years. Right? How do we only end up with 3 black head coaches in the NFL?
True.
You know what I'm saying? If 70% of the league, of the motherfuckers that came through here have been black, how we end up with 10% of the coaches? That don't make no sense.
And I agree.
Yeah,
and that's why that's why the change needs to happen. Yeah. But you're not going to take a job away from
somebody who's
you're not. Yeah. You're not going to do it that way.
But you ain't got you can fire Rex Ryan though. Like
Jack
Del Rio. Get them niggas up out of here.
Not Jack Del Rio. He ran that defense last year, second in the league.
Hit him up out here.
Nah, we ain't doing that. Ain't doing that to my guy. Jack stays.
Jack stays.
That's the head coach.
All right, so man, this is what you said on Facebook for the people. That's why I asked you to come on the couch. You right here texting. Well, first off, appreciate the comments.
I was trying to be quiet.
Appreciate the comments, but we gotta just talk about it and get you out here and make sure you clear up your own words through voice. All right, so this is what Manny says. I think it shows what's suppressed underneath of or her upbringing. Talking about Rachel Nichols, right?
Yeah.
Okay. She may not feel that way, but something or someone is in her head to trigger her words.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theory possibly was ESPN trying to quiet an upcoming situation.
Yeah.
All right, talk on it.
Those are 2 completely different things. Y'all, that was like a course of life.
That's fine. It's fine. Talk on it layer by
for
layer.
For the first one, I think I would like to think that Rachel Nichols is for the culture. You commentate on basketball, and she's done it fairly well. We all agree on this, right? Correct?
Right.
All right. So like, all right. So I don't know what triggered the change. I'm kind of like, did she do something? Anything like that? Like nah. So then I don't know. Maybe what's her name just better than her. But how do we know that? And then when y'all start talking deeper, I'm like thinking. So I was playing my hair in the corner, but push this down. But I'm like, think about it. Whenever something drastically change within like a major company, could something have gone wrong with either of the reporters to where they're trying to cover their tracks or put someone in a place to quiet an upcoming situation? So like, and I'm not talking about Rachel Nichols. I'm talking about I'm bad with names.
Maria Taylor.
Yeah. So did something happen with her to where they're trying to just quiet something and put her in a place? And maybe this whole thing, maybe this whole thing is not about color. It's about something that happened to a woman, because we know what happened. A woman in the workplace in sports, in my opinion, is a dangerous position to work.
Dangerous for who?
The woman themselves.
For the women, because they're surrounded by so many men.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we're not out of that whole realm yet. So, and not to say that Maria Taylor is playing the system. I don't think that's the case. But someone probably seen or heard of an incident, was like, yeah, like, so like you got people who have, let's say you working at your job, right? You see a lot of legal shit going on, and they know you gonna be the one to blow the whistle. So what they do is they try to keep you happy, and they accelerate you. They put you in places to where you feel like you don't have to say anything. And this is before they know you're gonna say something. They just don't.
Damage control.
It's damage
before
control.
the damage actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like,
This is your conspiracy.
it's my conspiracy. It's not me who even when y'all post something in the fan group, I don't say I think. I just say I go like I said here, conspiracy theory possibly with question marks. That's just an open thought for people to come in and say what they want to say. I may not be on either side of the fence. I just want to spark a conversation. But there's that possibility that something happened within that company that's been noticed by someone, possibly not even by Maria Taylor, that said, "Hey, that could bite us in the ass. I can't believe you did that. We got to keep this woman happy." And I'm saying I don't even think this is about if in this theory, if it came from that side of the spectrum, it has nothing to do with color. But unfortunately, with Rachel Nichols and growing up and wherever she grew up, people may say things like, "They gave that black girl that job over you because of equal equality." They don't even know that. They don't know they are fighting on the same team in this conspiracy theory. They don't know that. That's all I got to say about conspiracy theory. I could have put that in the comment.
But I'm glad you actually said that on record too as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the problem when you have like what they call the oppression Olympics. It's like, oh, you a woman. Oh, well, this a black woman. Oh, well, this a black trans woman. Like it's how much this is a disabled black trans woman, non-binary individual. Like how deep can it really? How deep can it really go? It's
Me go get your spot back, boy. I'm out of here.
Nah, B.
That's
you, B.
I got a. I had something. I got nothing.
Got nothing.
Thanks, Jesus.
As long as she's qualified.
This man smoke outside.
As long as she's qualified.
Yeah, I hit the Shikari.
Oh my God.
That's all I care about.
Oh my God.
Like if they did it, she just sucked. But like they just like put her on there. Let's a diversity hire. Like, hey, we need some black. Hey, you're pretty. You look good.
And that's what I was asking Dev earlier. Like, would you feel comfortable that was you being used like that?
No, that's what I'm saying. No.
But like you're saying, she probably leveraged that. Oh, I was going to
No,
ask.
I didn't say she leveraged that. I think this is damage control. I think an event that's happening that she does not know this shit.
You think the whole story's not out?
Okay.
Yes.
Can we please talk about Rachel Nichols?
I think something happened that.
No, wait, what?
We can't talk about that.
That's the thing.
Rachel Nichols getting her cheeks clapped by Jimmy Butler. You ain't see?
No, I know.
Y'all ain't seen none of this?
They had a little interview and they may have been,
bro. Like
they may have been a little flirty on camera.
I was saying it yesterday morning.
Bro, no,
What?
it's a real rumor that Rachel Nichols.
Hold on, before we
I
move
do
on to
not-
this nonsense right here,
not
regardless of it,
nonsense.
whether it's true or not, it's still nonsense.
You
Is
let
anybody
me
else?
do a whole conspiracy. I can't.
Main conspiracy was on topic. You talk about somebody getting cheeks clapped.
See, I do.
We over here doing diversity. Talk about women.
I do this
You
shit
know,
for
trying to
money.
workplace. You over here talking about one of them getting fucked by an NBA player.
Take your sunglasses
That
off.
was your
You wildin' out.
diversity hire.
Oh my
Are you
God.
still watching this movie on Netflix?
He's trying to get his Netflix special. That's what it is.
during the bubble. I got me. I heard me.
He
Like,
said Butler was serving that bubble.
You was serving that bubble for her pleasure.
All right, hold a second. Does anybody else have anything else for what we were talking about? Are you good? You
long as
good?
Shorty can do
I'm
the
good.
job.
Hey, I like both of them.
Yeah,
And then I hope nobody gets fired over this,
I hope.
or it leads to somebody walking away.
Hey, Rachel
I know
Nichols
Maria
from Fox
Taylor. I know
Sports.
Maria Taylor's also in conversation trying to get a
That-
new bag from ESPN.
That reminds me.
Well, yeah.
So who knows? She may bounce out of there.
So-
FS1. Who knows?
What's my homegirl? Janelle. What's her last name?
Wait.
She was in the show with
Hill.
Janelle Hill.
Jamel Hill.
Jamel
Yeah.
Hill.
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm sorry, Jamel Hill. She left ESPN. When she left ESPN, I had a thought in my mind that they're not a clean company.
And it was.
A squeaky
They were
clean company.
criticizing her for something, wasn't it?
She said something
Yeah.
about Trump, didn't
I don't know. I
she
remember.
might
it
have.
was-
My
Yeah.
thing
she?
is
Colin Kaepernick.
She just got tired of it.
Jamel Hill is RNS. You know what I'm saying? She be on that, and I appreciate that.
She
Ooh, they
registered
shooting
nurse.
outside. But
Yeah.
Let's get this
yeah.
out of here before this power go out.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, we out of there.
But I mean, that was the whole thing. I started thinking back then. I'm like, what
What's going on
exactly
in
pissed
here?
her off?
I know
over
she had to
there?
say something about the situation. I had to go look at the
I
tweets
had to
to
look
see that.
back. I can't remember.
Yeah,
fact
yeah,
that we
check that.
can't-
BNY
the fact that we
investigators
can't
on
remember
it.
why she left. I'm saying it's bigger than that.
Yeah.
I don't think she just left off something like that. It's bigger than
There's a
that.
lot going on.
Yeah, it's something going on over there. Goddamn Bristol.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna let Nick do his thing.
Listen.
You and the clock. You got 2 minutes.
Listen.
He has-
All right.
he'll take care.
Everybody.
This is
There were-
it's part of your routine right here.
No, it's not a part of my routine.
Not yet.
It's talking. It's not. Listen.
Oh, you one of those comedians. We gonna say you
Yeah,
having
listen,
conversations.
There was rumors leaked
The rumors.
that Rachel Nichols
Exactly.
and Jimmy Butler was clapping
Drama king.
Rachel Nichols' cheeks in the bubble, the whole bubble, right? And I'm gonna say this, right? Before this, there's a video of Karl Anthony Towns saying some shit to Jimmy Butler, like, "Hey, go tell your girl Rachel about me." Listen, this is real, bro. And you watch all their interviews, and I will say this last point: Jimmy Butler got docked by the NBA. Someone had to go inspect this room because there was a room disturbance. So there was a complaint. Oh, there's loud noise coming from room 706, whatever, right? Somebody go up there, knock on the door. They see Jimmy Butler in full athletic gear, right? Got his whole like Miami Heat uniform on, in a full sweat, dribbling a basketball. He said they said he was. They said.
Holy shit!
Listen,
OJ shooting outside.
he had a basketball
What
hand.
the fuck? Hold a second. What do you?
That
what
was
the
crazy.
hell was that?
That was
somebody in
called
the
Thunder
tree.
and Lightning.
That was Jimmy Butler getting his shit clapped. That's what that was.
There it
Rachel
is.
Nichols getting their ass.
Listen, so they found Jimmy Butler full sweat, full kitted out,
Hey, clip that.
with a basketball in his arm, with country music playing in the
203.
background. They knock on his door. He said, "Oh yeah, I was dribbling." Nigga, shut it. They said he was dribbling in the room.
Yeah, he said.
You believe that? You believe that?
But how
Rachel
big-
Nichols was getting dribbled, bro.
He had his whole.
I mean,
Boom. Bop, bop, bop. He was in there with the 1-2.
is that really news though? Like,
Yes.
no, it's not.
That
NBA players get
is
cheeks, bro.
hilarious.
She get a cheese
I
clap.
didn't know that.
Hold a second. That's your whole experience. He was in the room dribbling the last week in the sweat.
Hold on. Poll time.
You telling me that you?
But it had
you
it was
not-
her. Okay,
listen.
how is it her though?
Poll time. Who
Listen.
not clapping Rachel Nichols' cheeks though?
First of all,
if you have the opportunity,
I'm not.
I'm clapping.
I would.
you clapping. You clapping. I know you can't.
I'm a married man.
I'm not.
That's a
You would
PC
clap
answer.
Rachel- Wow. I would.
Stop the cap.
No, I really
Censorship.
Don't.
What?
Really wouldn't.
That? Huh?
I don't know much
I'm
about her.
flabbergasted.
You
You know
need
what she
to-
look
you-
like, right?
You know what she look like, right?
I seen her from like the shoulders up.
Why you do your glasses like that and say, you know what she look like, right?
This nigga. Would you clap Doris Burke?
Doris Burke. Oh, that's the one with the glasses, right?
Yeah.
No.
Clapping.
Nigga Dev is reckless.
Yo, and Doris
Betty
Burke,
White clapping.
she's the hoop too. Like Doris Burke got some moves on the court, bro. She could, yeah.
But listen, there were rumors that they had been kind of spotted
I don't
together.
think that's like news though.
Rumor
There wasn't that many people in the
It's
bubble.
not news,
They
but
ain't-
it's funny.
Rumor report.
This was last year.
Hot off the wire.
oh my god.
Without free.
And she married
Who is?
Rachel Nichols.
Hey man,
she
you about to
married.
break up her home, bro. Cut it out.
Exactly. It's not news. It's not news.
Hey, listen.
Gene Butler's in a full sweat.
They look up. Okay, that's why.
Can y'all look that up, Jimmy?
Listen.
That's what I seen this morning.
What's this right
the
here?
same
This
picture.
headline right here is hilarious. I don't think he was
Hey,
dribbling
man,
basketball.
you don't think that look Jimmy Butler
Look,
would be
look.
dribbling the ball up in this room?
No, listen, but
I think it's possible.
Dev, listen to
I
this.
mean, I can go left with this and be on the same side
Yeah.
as Nick. 'Cause I'm on the gold couch, but I'm not gonna do it.
Dev, listen to this, right? You are in a hotel
Good job.
with a basketball court downstairs.
You can't go there though.
No, you can. They have 24-hour training facilities. You're in the bubble. You got nothing to do
Well-
but dribble basketballs. They find you in a full sweat. You dribbling on carpet. Carpet and
Maybe you was too
carpet
tired
and
to walk
hardwood don't even make no
downstairs.
sense.
Wait, real quick though. When did this actually rumor take place? When did the rumor say this? Actually
No,
took place?
this all took place last fall during the bubble.
COVID. Yes.
Yeah.
So if the gym is closed,
No, the gym was open. No, the gym was open. It was in the facility.
All right, let me read the tweet right here. All right, so this is a report.
Thank you for bringing this up.
Yeah, during last week's mandatory
So
quarantine
motivated.
period, upon arrival at Walt Disney World Resort, Butler was visited by a security guard who was investigating a disturbance complaint related to a thumping noise at the Miami Heat's hotel. This is the reason why I'm reading it. Sources told TNT's Chris Haynes. Chris Haynes is a pretty damn good reporter.
Reliable source.
It's a pretty. That's the only reason I read it because Chris Haynes' name is attached to it.
Yes.
And Chris Haynes, if you didn't really report this, then reach out to our people. We go from
snitch on
there.
his own?
Butler reportedly drenched in the sweat and full practice apparel when he opened the door. Had apparently been dribbling the basketball throughout his room. First of all, that
That don't make no kind of sense.
First
with
off,
with
y'all
the
remember-
gym downstairs too as well.
With a gym down,
Bro,
you.
so what, was he bouncing her head
Hey,
off the floor?
hey, no,
like,
wait.
No,
I'm-
they was
I'm-
clapping them cheeks.
No, bro, you
Hey,
are
Nick,
not clapping
Nick, I'm gonna
cheeks
give you this
and making
example, right?
noise on the.
You see this? You see this
Let's
picture right here?
say you got like two sides. You know how you about bread and you got like the two ends of the bread that no one touches.
Yeah.
Let's say you only got that, some ham, some cheese, some mayonnaise, and sandwich stuff in your crib, right? But you got a whole pizza joint at the bottom floor of your apartment. Sneaky nigga pizza, shout out.
Shout out sneaky niggas.
Are you turning over to make the backward sandwich? Are you going
I'm
downstairs?
going downstairs.
That's you. You different.
All right, let's wrap this up. I'll tell you what's a more crazy rumor.
I'm eating a sandwich.
A more crazy rumor that I think is even more believable than that. Actually, I don't know. I'm not going to say any more on that one. Is that Jimmy Butler is actually Michael Jordan's son.
I seen
I
that.
seen that.
You've seen that. You haven't seen it. Somebody here ain't seen that.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't heard that?
He heard
Dang.
that, but he know
That makes so much sense. It's not even funny.
Jimmy Butler is actually Michael Jordan's son.
That make a lot of
And then
sense.
I have a YouTube video I could send you where a dude actually lined up the dates and the stories around it, and it's strange.
It's a
I'm gonna say it's true. I'm just saying it's just strange. It's just strange. That's all I'm saying.
Conspiracy theory.
I'm not even gonna put a BNY investigator on it.
I'm not.
I don't need one of my guys getting whacked out here doing the case.
Look, Jimmy
Yeah.
Butler was what, an orphan, right? Like, well, he was birthed to a single mother who didn't know the fire. He was given up by his mother, like he was like like when he was a baby.
Also, look at the picture of Jordan and Jimmy Butler around the same age.
Give me 1 second. I got to do this. Is
Like it's not they
Yeah.
think of their competitive nature.
The build. The
That
body
too.
build. Like, wait, Jimmy Butler's what, 6'6", 6'7"?
Yeah.
Jordan 6'6". They're
We gonna take care of that on the B side. So let's go and wrap this thing
All
up.
right, let's go.
Let's go and wrap this thing up. We're gonna start with the red chair. Red chair.
we out. We out. Welcome back, Rick, man. It's nice to have you back in the chair.
Round of applause for me. Round of applause for me. Thank you. It's wonderful being back.
Definitely. Yo, this week was wild. Like,
What a fucking week.
Yo, what a fucking week. It just flows. It flows so well. It's great. I like the rebrand.
Should do one on Mondays
Friday the
called-
Cap.
Definitely.
We should do one on Mondays called What a Fucking Weekend.
What a fucking week.
Every other week because I don't got money like
Wait, I
that.
thought Monday was
What a fucking weekend.
supposed to be what you call it?
Huh.
Lessons in Love.
They ain't want to come down.
They didn't want to.
They.
They. Blame it on they.
What we doing? Lessons in Love.
I thought that was
We doing on the
Monday.
B-sides.
No, it's
That's his
Mondays,
podcast.
man.
He's supposed to run.
Yeah, you run the Lessons in Love. I'll say about
Y'all
the
ran
record
it that
shit.
one night.
But you're reckless.
When I was
shit.
there.
Man,
Nah.
height, weight, dress size.
Nah. Kevin Samuels. So,
Oh, how old are you?
this
Eating French toast.
another good week down. So of course y'all know my saying on my way out, man. I'm in a room full of black men. I
Hey.
appreciate every single one of y'all being out here, man. It's what we doing is great. We love it. It's all love between us, no matter how much we disagree. We shut this shit down. We hit the B-sides, and it's all love from that point on. So I just appreciate what we're doing. My therapy, as I've come to call it. And that's it, man. Like, yo, stay tuned. Big things coming for us.
Bless.
Sensational.
He got the first one. He got the first one.
No, that's for you. God damn it. That's bringing you in.
Okay.
Sensational.
No, long took me to cut that up.
I don't.
Probably about a couple, 2-3 minutes.
Thought he was going somewhere.
Come on, let's go with it.
I was gonna comment on that later. It's good to have you back.
I appreciate being
I
back.
was getting scared. I thought I had to do paperwork on the LLC and shit. I'm like, oh god.
Gonna file our taxes.
Yeah, hey man, you better come back before April. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gone. But thank for trusting me while you were gone.
100%.
Trying to let
Always.
you down. I was getting worn down. I'm in dad mode now though. You know what I'm
Shout
saying? Yeah, Shem got it.
Hey, can we get a real round of applause for Manny with the kids?
Hey man.
Hey, two sons.
I got 2 sons.
Fell asleep in it twice. Now I'm paying the bill. So
Damn, you could have said something else, anything else.
Father's Day was last month. I can be real now.
Reckless.
Nah. Y'all know I love my boys. We be out here doing stuff. So
Hey,
tomorrow we're going to happy hour with the dog. Y'all invited.
Hey, yo.
happy hour with the dog.
What you mean he can't sit at the bar? We talked about this. But nah, I'm just playing. We're gonna do all the things. They got a list. I'm gonna do that. So my mind is not even on the podcast fully. I ain't gonna lie. I've been back here thinking, trying to plan what I'm doing for the boys and whatnot. But
Oh,
at
I
the same
couldn't.
time,
You've been just fine, man.
yeah. So, I do like coming down here. I drove down in the thunderstorm. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
About to ride back in that motherfucker.
Manny was the only one that drove down in the thunderstorm. Where we
no,
got you.
we all did. At some point, I think everybody hit
Oh
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's wet out there.
Yes, everybody loves you. So
Hey, yo.
Okay, all right.
I don't know. I was trying to find the right words in my rambling, but I could not. I just like being here. I appreciate y'all, and let me get back to my turn.
Cheerings. Nicky.
Nick, come on now.
Like you ain't did this before, bro. Cut it out.
I'm here to say controversial shit. Listen, let my nigga Trump back on Twitter. Free Bill Cosby.
All the regular shit you can say.
By R.
Get it
Kelly's
all
new
out
record.
there.
Yeah, wild shit. OJ ain't do shit. Let's see what else I got.
Bad bitches can't read.
Bad bitches can't.
Yo, say it.
Bad bitches can't read, bro. They be like, whore divorce?
Not hors d'oeuvres.
That's the whole inside joke. We can't
Horse
go there tonight.
divorce. Bad bitches can't read. Anyway,
shit.
Shout out to this podcast. Shout out for letting me come over here and say all my controversial,
Uber
awful
Meats.
opinions. Shout out to the Uber Meats gang. Shout out to my three girlfriends who put up with me.
Shout out to his idol Kevin
That's the
Samuels.
wrong answer.
Yeah,
Shout out to his idol Kevin Samuels.
shout out K Samuels. Shout out everybody.
Perfect.
Really?
Perfect.
I mixed up my sounds on that one.
Shout out Larry June for providing the soundtrack of the summer.
Hey,
That's
Larry
all I
June,
gotta
I got that.
On my way to
I'm with that.
Sausalito. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Love you. Love y'all. Love a room full of black men. Look at this, getting in here, chopping it up. Ricky providing the platform. Glad to have Ricky back. This is
Always,
great.
always. Yes,
Ricky,
yes.
Ricky is seriously Chris Paul with this shit. He be like, boo, boo, bah.
Them niggas hate
He
me.
be so.
We up 2-0. We up 2-0, baby.
No, look, it's like, look. No, it's like you really campaign for real, because you just you be cooking, but you be letting other motherfuckers cook too. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I let you cook too much.
But
You
Chris,
three and-
Chris
you
Paul
3 and D
be
wing.
having- Chris Paul controls the rock and the tempo and the time and everything. You just be trying to get your buckets, and I do. And I
No, you be trying to get your buckets.
Look.
You Chris Middleton when he ain't hot.
no, listen, no.
Ooh.
Wow.
God damn.
Listen,
Like last night.
Hogging.
Like last night.
No, look.
Gannis needed help. I was Gannis. I needed help, and he wasn't there.
Gannis.
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 I'm DeAndre Jordan taking.
Gannis.
I'm DeAndre Ayton, but I'm taking a 3 every time. That's the problem. Y'all be like, get on the post. I'll be like, nah,
please
fucking, I'm shooting.
stop.
That
I
shit.
agree with that.
Say, yo, Giannis taking
That's
threes.
easy.
Giannis.
Yeah, sorry, tripping.
Gayness. Shout out Gayness.
Hey, man.
Janus.
Sorry.
Jadis. All right,
We gotta see how many different ways
All right.
we can
Rick, it's all you.
that name up now.
Kiana says the lady will be back soon. Define soon.
You
Please
said you was
come
coming
back.
tonight.
Please
Hey, come back.
Please come back.
All right, it's on me. I appreciate y'all holding down. I've been going for a minute, but it feels good being back on the pod. It's been said once, been said twice, in a room full of black men.
Ew.
If I could do that myself. I appreciate all your insight. Like always, we don't always agree. Sometimes we do, but regardless, all opinions are expressed, and we take what we can from there. Y'all boys good? Maybe we need some trouble out of the go couch scheming on something.
I ain't scheming on nothing.
What y'all do? Yeah, anything you want to share with the class?
I'm about to get the 4th.
Sensational.
Yeah, he gets one of those.
No, that's not that one.
Sensational.
Yeah, there-
Deserve that one.
nah, almost give you a round of applause. Let it cut that shit.
A calm
Round
lacking.
of
A calm
applause.
lacking. I'm sorry. A calm lacking.
Hey,
To the phone. I got that.
what a fucking week with BNY. What a week with BNY, however you want to say it, I don't care. Rebrand complete.
Reran complete.
Group page, a little bit of a refocus, a little bit too as well on my part. Make sure that the stories that I like to see discussed, and anyone else they want to see stories discussed, put on there. Group interaction has been great. Can't complain. Also, 1 year this group has been strong for. Yeah, June 20th, 2020 is when it was created. Yeah, it's been one solid year. We're over 650 strong.
We was bored as
Keep
fuck during
growing.
COVID.
Yeah. Hey, we got a good thing in mind. So, Kiana.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, we ain't gonna read that online. She said she'll be back next week. All right, that's
Bet.
cool. But I appreciate it. Whatever ideas we have throughout the week, just throw it in the group chat amongst us. As far as the people out there, I appreciate y'all always watching. I had something else I wanted to say too as well, but I completely forgot what it was. Oh well.
Are you me?
Yeah.
Was that yeah?
That's the
Yeah.
moment.
I had it's been a couple weeks, so yeah, I got nothing else. Cast the couch. Y'all got something you want to say?
Wait, I got one thing.
Go ahead.
Come on, hop on the mic.
Hold on, real quick. Whoever needs to hear this, love yourself, all right? Real shit. Love yourself. I mean, it's cliche as fuck, but real shit. Nothing, no confidence, no intellect does not come anywhere unless you have self-love. Real shit. And that's
Facts.
Talk about it.
In the words of my guy, self-love is the best love.
Facts.
Dang dooley, baby.
One.
Dooley.
Oh no, we ain't won yet. We gonna go out the same way we came in.
Oh, we get to see it again.
Yeah, come on now.
Bring that shit back, Turbo.
Hey, right, run that shit.
Time for the B-sides.
We almost there. Let me make sure our mics are cut.
And the B-sides.
Let's get out of here. One.
B-sides stand for